Hope everyone is doing good. Actually, wait, am I still... Okay, yes, I am. Good, still. Now to share around. There, but, oh, just put that wrong spot. That should be enough. Oh wait, no, should do pop-up chat. There you go. Now we can go ahead and get started with this proper. Hey, remember me? How's it going? It's going good. As far as remembering you, I might need a bit of a reminder, but regardless, thank you for hopping in this evening. Actually, you know what? I think... Because I'm gonna go straight to Star-Crossed Worlds, I think I'll just end up using my old save file. And just revisit the areas. Hope that's okay with everyone. Zip! I call this live stream. Rhymes with grug. Yes, this is very important lore to understand. Yeah, been a while since I really streamed, well, I guess not been a while since I know I did the Rayman Live reaction for, VN. Yeah, he asked me if I could respond to that for him, but as far as, like, game stuff goes, it feels like it's been a hot while.
His Majesty seems to be enjoying life in this town. Guess we're sticking around for a while.
An adorable Kirby, so cute. He sure is. You know, unless you steal his cake, in which case he becomes deadly, then adorable. Well, I guess still adorable, but very deadly still. Oh yeah, hold down the button is how you do the shockwave. Kirby must feast. I think I'll go ahead and stick with him and Kirby. Also, I heard your impression of King Boo back on Ask Mario series. It's spot on. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy it. Like, I'm still genuinely still just flattered and blown away just by how so many people have become so attached to my rendition of King Boo. By the way, doesn't it sound like SpongeBob music when Kirby's victory theme is in Smash Brothers? I don't really hear the resemblance, personally speaking. Where's the first? There it is. Can you still your impression of Balan from Balan Wonderworld? I mean, I can't think of like any instances where I would really need it anytime in the future. Like I don't know if you're asking if I'm still capable of voicing Balan. Like, I feel like I still have the capability of voicing him. It's just a matter of whether or not I'll really get an opportunity to voice him. Because like I can't say I'm like super interested in like doing any like Balan dubs like immediately. You know, not that I don't like voicing Balan, it's just that I just have like a bunch of other things that take a little higher priority for me at the given moment. Because when me and my cousins were playing it, someone said it sounded like SpongeBob music. Now, are you talking about like... Now, you said it's Kirby's victory theme, right? Because I don't really hear SpongeBob music out of it. Oh, wait. Do we have... Sorry, just responding to a friend that's just finishing up their stream. A friend that may or may not be joining us this evening. Really depends on how they're feeling after they finish up. PNG Hyper. Yeah, I decided, since I know I did the PNG I did this when I did the Rayman live stream, and I've contemplated doing this for a while when I did for a while now when it comes to my streams. I decided to go ahead and give it a try now. Obviously, the entire window has been changed to adjust to it. I'm probably going to spruce it up a little later down the road. This is just kind of more of a temporary band-aid solution at the moment. We'll see how we feel about this whole scenario as we continue down the road. you think we'll get to meet Meta Knight in this game? I mean, Meta Knight is in the game. If you're talking about whether or not I'll do, like, any of the arena stuff in the stream, I might. It depends on how far the stream goes. I guess that's the thing with Meta Knight in this game. Like, he doesn't really have, like, any, like, story significance in Forgotten Land. He really is just relegated to the arena stuff. Which I think is fine. I mean, he doesn't have to be a major player in every game. In fact, there are even some Kirby games that are, like, very significant to the fanbase where he doesn't even appear, like Kirby 64. Yes, you are Sophia. Oh. There we go. Is Diddy Kong in Donkey Kong Bonanza? He is. I don't know if going any further than that will be spoilerish. All I can say is that he is in the game. As for his role in the game, it's not like a massive story significance, but I do want it to be a surprise for people. You know, assuming they haven't already played it, or watch other people play it. Can you take Diddy Kong out of Donkey Kong Bonanza? If you're trying to speedrun the game, it's highly possible to just outright skip him. Is that close enough? I laughed at that joke, the "what's up, dog" joke. I might need a refresher. Did I say something like that? Oh boy. No, he needs to be out of the game. Yeah, I know he hurt you, not Ouija. I know he hurt you, Hugh, but you can't let personal biases get in the way of, you know, progression. They're talking about your Bugs Bunny and Daffy comic. I mean, like, I wouldn't have known that. That's why I didn't even know. Yeah, sorry, Hugh. Has it not been well established at this point that I'm kind of stupid? I forget. Is over here just... Okay, yeah, over here is progress. So over here is just purely optional. It's not just you, it's everyone in the universe. Well, I'm sorry that happens to you, man. Well, assuming you genuinely bothered to see who that is. Really, Sophia, Hugh is having a crisis of identity and you're making fun of his body odor. I thought you were better than that. Steve knows better than everyone that I smell amazing. Exactly. I was there when you tested your Hue-branded shampoo. You wanted someone to guarantee that it smelled exactly like Hue, and only few people are qualified to verify that. To be completely honest, both Diddy Kong and Luigi are two of my favorite characters. If they got removed, I wouldn't be happy. I mean, like, as far as Luigi's concerned, I don't think you necessarily have to worry, because I don't think Luigi's going to be going away for a long while. Diddy, I know there was, like, a slight possibility which got people scared, but thankfully that's not the case. I mean, they wouldn't have redesigned him if they didn't have intentions on still keeping him around. I started getting through the guest star right and star. Yeah, I saw you make that post about that in the server, Hugh. How's that been going, by the way? Because I know you've been, I know some of your Kirby grind has been a bit of a slog. Hopefully, Star Allies has been a little bit easier on you. I got one down, and it took me an hour. Oh, which one did you start off with? Because, like, speaking as someone that, like, played through every hero in Helper to Hero in Superstar Ultra, I can vouch that, you know, there are some that are, like, objectively easier than others, so I wouldn't be surprised if Guest Star Mode and Star Allies was the exact same methodology. Knuckle Joe. Okay, yeah, Knuckle Joe is... Knuckle Joe is interesting, because, like, I feel like he seems like a good, like, you know, middle ground when it comes to the partner abilities compared to some of the other characters. Nice! What I'm gonna do is play all the Dream Train campaigns first and then go through all the helpers. I need to play a helper first to unlock the Dream Friends. Knuckle Joe is my goat. You know, that's fair. That is true. Like, Knuckle Joe is probably one of my favorite helper characters as well. Like, it's Knuckle Joe and Wheelie that are probably my favorite helpers. Oh, look at that little boy. I'm not gonna wake him up. Oh no! Bad Blades, bad! Maybe I should switch over to a less destructive ability. After I leave this room, anyway. You! I will not wake up. And you know what? I'm going health. I'll let you boys keep your ice cream. I am going to take this drink. If I'm gonna be honest, I'm not that hyped for the 40th anniversary of Mario. 40th Mario anniversary. That's just not. It's not just because I'm not a huge Mario fan. I'm cautiously optimistic. Like, I'm not trying to get my hopes up for anything in particular, but I'm not gonna, like, you know, get on anyone's case if they aren't. Oh. Or was I? Oh, yeah. Like, I'm not gonna get anyone's case if they're not excited about Mario, but, like I said, I'm trying my best to keep my expectations in check. The Japanese dub of Smash Knuckle Joe's Trophy is the same VA and Kirby Rackback Idgea's Japanese dub. Same with Midnight. Interesting. See, 2025 hasn't exactly been the perfect year for Mario. It's been rather mixed from what I've seen. I'm trying to remember what all we did get for Mario in this year. Like, I know we got Mario Kart World, that goes without saying. We have those stop-motion Mario shorts, which I thought the stop-motion shorts were pretty cute. Honestly, I felt like they were, like, one of the better instances of Kevin Afghani voicing Mario. Whoa, boy! Forgot how that guy's reach with the sword is a lot wider than I remembered. Hey, did you see my question? Oh, I didn't know you asked a question. Hang on. Let me see what that question was, actually. What's your opinion on Count Bleck and his group? Well, I think they're fine. Like, I think they're one of the better Paper Mario villains. I ship Lumiere and Tapani. Well, I mean, it is like an actual canon ship. They are actually, you know, betrothed lovers, so I don't think it's like anything you're gonna get a whole lot of people fighting you for. Whoop. Whoa, wait, what happened? How did that even happen? There we go. I ship packages in the mail. As you should. Very common practice. Honestly, like, Sonic and Rouge is actually a relatively common ship, so I don't blame you for pairing the two up. Like, I'm kind of in that field where I'm like, I'm not entirely for it, but I can see the appeal in it. There we go. Yar, I also ship me boats at the sea lads. Look at them all. Such carefree spirits. Wah 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 warp star max. found news that Pokemon was collaborating with Hatsune Miku. Yeah, Miku's been collaborating with a lot of games as of lately. I mean, Sonic goes without saying. I mean, granted, Sega owns the video game rights to Miku, so I guess it's not all that surprising. Hello, Cody. Thank you for hopping into the stream. Have you beat the new True Arena yet? Not yet, and I don't know when I will, because it does not, compared to the previous iteration, it does not hold back. Like, it's, like, I think I'm gonna have to do a lot of, like, prep in advance if I'm gonna have a chance of going for it. Like, I think the furthest I've gotten was, I think, 5 rounds in. Pass me the controller. Oh, dude, just get on to... Actually, I forgot. Does this version support game chat? Actually, no, no, it doesn't, because I remember some of my friends were talking about trying to do a co-op run with game chat, and apparently it doesn't... It's not supported. So, no, shame. Gun. Oh! Well, you're dedicated. I give you that. Kirby 64 was of the only games without Blipper. Instead, Blipper, who's Blipper again? Like, Blipper's the name of the fish, right? Oh. Now we get the platform on the pretty reefs. Okay, the fish enemy, that's who it is. How is everyone this night? My night's been okay. Not terribly eventful, which is part of the reason why I'm doing this stream, but, you know, nothing to complain about. I'm finally getting around to checking out the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, the Netflix series, not Netflix, the Disney Plus series that's been out for a while. I've been meaning to check it out for a while, and I've just been kind of procrastinating on it, and I just finished the 3rd episode right before I started the stream. I'm actually really liking it so far. I swear, ever since I put together that lyric video with Venus, that song, not even the whole song, but just that specific snippet of the song has been stuck in my head. Call me a weirdo, but I kind of enjoyed Avengers Assembled. Sorry, EMH fans. I don't hate Assembled, but I do prefer EMH. I do remember Assembled having a couple of, like, interesting episodes in it. Like, I like the episode with Dracula, that one's nice, and I like the concept of the hulked out episode. Keep in mind, like, when I watched the series, like, I watched it before it got to Season 2, so I don't know what all has really changed in terms of quality with the show. Oh, does that count? Oh, that counts. Funny thing is that in Assembled, the main cast has many Sonic VAs. Captain America Sonic, Black Widow is Blaze, Thor's Knuckles, and Hawkeye is Espio. Well, what's funny is that, like, dude, you might want to put Former on a lot of those, because some of those actors aren't really attached to Sonic anymore. Like, I think out of the ones you mentioned, the only one that's still with the blue blur is Roger. And I really like Roger as Sonic. Like, I know a lot of people don't. A lot of people refuse to like Roger as Sonic, but I like him. Oh, dear lord. Well, that was amusing. That said, EMH had Wasp being voiced by the current Tails. Yes, she did. And I really like that version of Wasp. I say that as someone that's not entirely familiar with how Wasp is in the comics. I just know I really like that show's version of her. There we go. Oddly, Roger is full Union, yet he's still voicing Sonic, while the other assembled Sonic Bs moved on from the franchise. Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that, like, Sega just as a whole wanted to, like, opt for... And I don't say this as, like, a decry from the current actors, they're all fantastic. I imagine Sega wanted to go with actors that are cheaper. Because I know it's like, in spite of how successful Sonic's been lately, they were still wanting to do like a lot of things on the cheap. Oh, oh. Can I break? Okay, the crystal can't be broken by the breath. Who is pinging me right now? Alright, looks like that person I mentioned is going to be joining us in a bit. First things first, though. Just gotta get something ready for them. There we go. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hey there, how are you?
How you doing? I see somebody is a new ping tuber.
Oh yeah, it's something I've been, like, wanting to do for a little bit. In fact, actually, just a second, if you could.
Absolutely, take your time.
Also, gives me a chance to... What the reputations?
Oh, yes.
Sorry, I was just checking something that a friend messaged me real quick about.
Yeah, everybody wants to get in touch with us when we're streaming. What is up with that?
I was like, why isn't this...
All right, let me... There we go.
Yeah, I'm trying to find... I don't know why it's not, like, I have you up in the call, but for some reason it's not showing you up, like... Because whenever I open this in a group call, I usually see, like, the group call up with the people that are in it, but for some reason you're not showing up.
Oh, it's being rude. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me... As far as I know, my models should be together. They've recently changed things with Fujitech, but I logged in earlier just to make sure that I didn't have problems on my stream.
Right, just... Yeah, Reactive can see the voice genuine, and it's ready to go. It's like, I did that, but, like... Let me see. Model. I wonder if it's because...
Out of curiosity, could it be because... So I see that you have your React guests there. Is that turned on? The eyeball looks to be closed to me.
Wait, it is? Let me see. Where? How do you...
Underneath sources.
Oh!
That might be it.
Let me see. I think... I think that was it because I did have, Well, I did that because, like, the people that were with me earlier when I did that were, like, different people, and so I muted that on the off chance that it would accidentally have them show up.
Yeah, no, I totally get that.
Still, I don't know why it's not...
I mean, okay, do you, like, want my link to throw down there, or...
If it's not too much trouble. I'm only doing this just because it would be nice to see you, like, in the little corner here with me.
No, I agree with you. Unfortunately, I do not know how to do that.
Okay,
actually, wait. Open up the Fujitech website real quick, Reactive.
Yeah, I'm on it.
And, okay, do you see... Do you have my model within there?
Well, my thing is that, like, when it shows, like, active models, it shows all the models that I use for myself. The problem is, for some reason, it's not letting me see the models of, like, other people in the call, which is weird, because I know it did last time I was using this.
I have no idea how to do this, Steve. I'm so sorry. I can't give you a link from my end, from the looks of it. Which is crazy. Like, I have models from when I've done things with you before, so I've got you and Flack and Rosie, but, like,
Hang on, let me see. I think I might have found a solution. Let me check real quick to see if this actually works.
I'm so sorry for the scuff, folks. Oh my goodness.
Let me see. Does this actually... Oh, no, that's not it. That's not what I was supposed to hit. I was supposed to make that a...
Alright.
I'm trying to remember, was it? Oh, that's right. It was this, I believe.
This is also a good reminder for me to
there
turn off my Wii. Hi! I'm here! I exist!
Yes, you do exist. Let me just make sure
I
you're
really
facing
gotta
the right
update this
direction.
model.
No
Yeah, no,
worries.
this is the problem. I need to, like, make another model that's proper and in the right direction.
That's fine. I mean, like, honestly, like, from where I'm at the moment, I could be able to easily, like, flip it while I'm in OBS. So that's why I did for some of my friends.
No, I totally get that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry for that bit of a precaution there. Not precaution, a bit of a setback. But yes, now you can see Kat and her lovely self here. Or her lovely PNG self, at least.
I mean, what you see is what you get. I'm just a flat image.
Hey, flat's better than nothing as far as I'm concerned. I'm also just noticing Slick just joined in while I was getting all that set up. Hey, Slick, assuming you're still watching this, I hope you're doing good.
Hi, Slick.
So anyway, how? I know I saw like a little bit of it before I popped up my stream. How did your stream go?
Oh, it went great. Oh my goodness. I mean, we were tortured by trains.
Oh.
I don't know how many of our friends here are familiar with Kirby's Epic Yarn, but we were playing Kirby's Epic Yarn, and one of the gimmicks of it is that at the end of not every level, but most levels, there's this thing called the Metamortex, which gives you a gimmicky transformation. And many of them are fun. We can turn into a dolphin, a tank, a penguin riding a surfboard, an ATV. It's great. I love most of them, but I hate the train. Because the train requires that you point your Wii remote at the TV, and you can change Kirby's direction as the train with the B button, but you are using the A button to draw along a train track, and it's not as easy as it sounds. It's kind of nuts, actually.
Classic Wii gimmicks. I would imagine that'd be the case.
Yeah. I'm also playing with a Wii Motion Plus inside my Wii remote, so it's like, hopefully that's giving me a little bit better of control, but I doubt it. It's kind of nuts. But I had a great time. We managed to complete Treatland and Waterland. Well, sort of. I don't have the last, 2 bonus levels of Waterland, but we don't need them. I'm good. So next time we can start Snowland, which is my favorite. It has the best music. And also we get to fight DDD, so that's cool.
Well, of course it's cool. You find the star of the show.
Oh, you're gonna make me... I'm doing a little kicky. How dare you? I love you.
I love you too, and that's exactly why I did it. Well, both for loving you and for the kicky. It's kind of a dual reasoning.
Yeah. We love DDD. I mean, it's another one of those games where he's puppeteered, but it's you know. So yeah, it's just really nice to go and revisit Epic Yarn, because I've never actually beaten it. In fact, I've never gotten past Treatland before. So this is my first time going through, and it's fun all of a sudden. Maybe because I'm streaming, I don't know.
I probably should try to play one of these days myself. I think
Yeah.
I played a demo of it once, but I never really had a more in-depth hands-on with it experience outside of that.
Yeah, no, honestly, it's not a traditional Kirby game, and for good reason.
Right.
It wasn't supposed to be a Kirby game originally, fun fact.
I am aware of, a lot of the, sticking points when it comes to Epic Yarn, where it's, very much different from Kirby standards. I know it's made by the same people that went on to make, a lot of the current Yoshi games. They also made They also made Wario Land Shake It. Still one of the best platformers Nintendo's ever made. Be really nice if they could release it again.
Oh my god, wait a minute. I didn't know that, the Shake It team was also behind this. What? That's amazing.
Yes, they were. And, another bit of amusement, you might have known this if you didn't, but those exact same people, the Shake It team, the Epic Yarn team, the modern Yoshi team, they're also the devs behind Peach Showtime.
I love them. They're the best. That's so cool. What? Oh, I love it when teams get to do fun things like this. Yes.
Yeah, that's it's funny because I really do need to get a chance to try more of Good Feels games, because like I mentioned before, I love Shake It. I really like Woolly Land. Yoshi's Woolly Land.
Woolly World.
Woolly World, my bad. I really like Woolly World. I think it probably is my favorite of the Yoshi games. I've heard divisive things about Crafted World. I'm probably gonna have to play it for myself so I can properly see. And then, of course, there's Showtime, which I know it's also fairly divisive, but it's also a game I've always been, relatively curious to try out for myself at some point. At this point, I'm kind of holding out on getting it, if for no other reason than the probably hopeless chance of it probably getting, a Switch 2 edition, where it gets, a couple of, needed, push-ups and maybe some extras here and there. Kind of not dissimilar to what Kirby has right here.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think, honestly, I can say that I have played Crafted World. I haven't played the entire campaign alone, But my brother has it and really enjoyed it. The one thing about Crafted World that I will say is very weak is the soundtrack. The soundtrack is downright annoying, which is really hard to get me to say about a video game. But it's just so repetitive and it's not that good.
Yeah,
and I just want it to be better. But otherwise, the aesthetic is great. The creativity in the level design is great. It's a wonderful game. I just think that it definitely needed more music.
Yeah, that's right.
Just something.
And it is a shame considering just how great Woolly World's soundtrack is by comparison.
Yeah, no, Woolly World has so many great things going for it. Like, that is one that I have not experienced all that much, but when I have, it's usually been via, like, a speedrun. It's amazing, the people that speedrun that game, holy cow. But yeah, speaking of Switch 2 things, like, man... Star-Crossed World, though, so is this your first time going through the entire campaign?
I'll say right now, and this is kind of like a little point that I mentioned beforehand, I technically have been Star-Crossed World, with the exception of the True Arena stuff. What I'm basically doing is, because the thing with Star-Crossed World is, you unlock the levels for it as you progress through the main campaign, and because I don't want to waste a lot of people's time with unlocking all the stuff, I'm basically just replaying all the levels from my original save file.
So fair. Yeah, admittedly, I've probably not seen every single level in this part of the campaign, but what I have seen, I've really enjoyed. Mostly because our friend Justin from Jay Asking, I still don't know how to pronounce his username. I'm so sorry, but he works with us over on the dubs of Teenage Monster, which is fun. Mm-hmm. He streamed this game, so I've seen him play it. There's another streamer by the name of Powanoia that has streamed it, and it's been really fun to watch him play. Everybody that I've seen play this, it's been really cool. I really love a lot of the things that they've done with it. I'm not sure if it looks like it's worth $20 to me.
Well, I guess it really...
that's debatable.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, like... I guess it also just really depends on, like, how you're going to be experiencing it. Like, if you're like me and you already own Forgotten Land, then I'd say it's a harmless endeavor to, like, invest in. Like, I think it's more ideal to do that than to just buy the Switch 2 version by itself.
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
As for whether or not it's worth it, I think it's hard to say because, like, the thing with Star-Crossed World is that, like, it really is treating itself like just like an extra DLC campaign rather than like a full-fledged separate game. Yeah,
and I think that that's all well and good, but I also come from a time where a video game could be $20. So, like, maybe my expectations are just a little bit different.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, like, another thing that it comes with is... Well, first off, I'll say that, like, it does rank up quite a bit. And he can vouch for me, because he watched me play through it when I was doing my initial playthrough of it. It does rank up quite a bit near the end. And then, of course, it also comes with, like, an extra cup for the arena, which... That in and of itself can be quite an investment.
Yeah, if you really like the arena stuff, then it's a good time. I mean, admittedly, I saw your post on Blue Sky about the arena, and I got the sense that you were not a fan with the difficulty of that. Meanwhile, every time that I've seen someone go through the arena, like, they're usually doing it with fully upgraded sword ability, and they're like, it's too easy. And I'm like, what do you mean it's too easy? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't even played regular arena in Forgotten Land. I'm terrified.
Well, that's fair. I mean, like, regular arena I think is fine enough. I think a lot of it when it comes to, like, this new variant of arena is that, like, I really do need to, like, get into it with, like, the proper equipment. Like, and also just be, like, a little less reckless, because, like, that is, like, another thing that I'll say when it comes to Star-Crossed World. It kind of, what am I trying to say? Like, I like to think I'm usually fairly decent when it comes to Kirby games, but I was a little bit more reckless in my run-through of it than I probably had a right to. So that's probably why it seemed a little bit more shaky for me.
I think Kirby games have a certain degree of recklessness that works for them. I've definitely noticed it while on my journey as a Kirby fan here. Like Star Allies, believe it or not, that's a funky game when it comes to recklessness. I think that I can be a little more reckless with it because it's so easy to get your health back, or at the very least to have a strategy to do that. But not all Kirby games are built that way.
Right.
It's still kind of nuts to me that I ran into so many people that were playing Star Allies within the last couple months. Like, that is a game that I don't expect people to go back to because it's not that great of a Kirby game.
Yeah.
But I love it. I'm nostalgic for it because I played it with my college friends.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no, there isn't anything wrong with that. But it's probably a weird game to be nostalgic for. But I can't wait to go back to it because, like, I kind of want to stream some of the extra modes at some point. Just not right now. Right now, Epic Yarn is the priority.
Right, and that's fair.
Yeah. Like, I was going to do more with not Boris in the Dark Survival, Bendy Lone Wolf, but I'm just not vibing with it.
That's fair.
Well, it's kind of sad. I was looking forward to this game for a while, but it's like, eh.
I know, I mean, like, you can't help if something disappoints you or not.
Well, it's not even that it disappoints me. It's just this sure is Boris in the Dark Survival, but with combat. And if I'm... Oh, no, baby.
Oh, don't worry. Like I said, I already got the achievement involving the cone here. I just felt like doing it just because it is kind of silly paying people up with the traffic cone.
It is. I think that's a fun thing. The mouthful modes, I'm gonna be real with you, as a gimmick, I wasn't sold on them, but I really like them. They're fun. And I do wonder if we'll ever get them back.
Well, I mean, like, I feel like the Starcross World is probably the closest thing we're ever going to get to, like, a return to them, since they actually, you know, they do give us, like, a couple of new ones exclusive to this campaign, which I think you've seen at least two of them, the spring and the tire, or gear, I mean.
Yeah, I've seen all of them, yeah. And honestly, I think I do love Signpost the most, but I'm just like, it's very amusing to me that we have Spring that's basically the Spring Mushroom from Galaxy, but way better. Mm-hmm. And then we have the gear, which is basically the Spike Wisp.
Yeah.
Like, come on. You had to pick. You had to do that. That's great. Also, I do kind of love the enemies with crystals on them. I just think that's fun. And also the fact that they are physically bigger than the other enemies of their type. Mm-hmm. That's just fun. Yeah. I love this series. It's so good.
Oh yeah, Kirby's a blast. Like, I really am glad that, you know, this got the extra bit of attention that it needed, because, like, I'm definitely intrigued by Kirby Air Riders, you know, speaking as someone that has no real nostalgia for the original Air Ride, but I feel like this is probably going to be my Kirby fix for a good chunk of while, because, like, as much as I want to give Air Riders a chance, I don't see myself, like, hopping on board it, like, anytime particularly soon when it's released.
Yeah, I mean, I can't play because I don't have the console for it.
There's that.
But Air Riders looks like such fun, and I love the way that is presented. Obviously, I didn't get to see the direct because, you know, there was a lot going on, but a bunch of people were posting gift sets of it to Tumblr. So, oh boy, did I sure know that Magalore is here. Holy cow. Everybody wanted me to know that Magalore and Susie were here because everybody on my Tumblr was posting about those two specifically, which is great.
Well, yeah, because, you know, it helps reassure fans that Sakurai is not being biased in this game.
I actually don't remember which games Sakurai has worked on versus everybody else on this team, so I hope that that's the case. I believe you when you say that's the case.
Basically, if you want, like, a refresher, basically every Kirby game up until the original Air Ride Sakurai was a part of. In fact, Air Ride was actually the final game Sakurai worked on before he went on to do things outside of Kirby. And ever since then, I forgot the name of the guy that's currently leading it, but pretty much all of the modern Kirby games, you know, like Return to Dreamland, the 3DS games, Star Allies, and even Forgotten Land, were helmed by, like, entirely different people. And a lot of people were afraid that, like, I think it might have been Smash that conditioned people to think this, but a lot of people were really afraid that Sakurai might have, like, let some of his bias bleed into Air Ride and only pick on characters from games that he made. Which, you know, to be fair, there's a good handful of characters from his games that people do like, you know, like Marks and whatnot. But they didn't want them. They were afraid that he would just pass up all of the good that Kirby's been up to since he left, and thus ignore great characters like Magolor and Susie. And even though he's not shown yet, I think it's pretty safe bet that Taranza might show up.
I want Taranza to show up. That's my little guy.
I love Taranza. Listen, Triple Deluxe is so much fun, and I can't stream it, but I sure wish I could.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Like, Triple Deluxe is a game I also need to, like, play eventually. Like, it's one of the 2 3DS games that I haven't played yet, but I do want to eventually.
Yeah, honestly, highly recommend it. I am currently in the process of trying to beat that one on my own time, and I'm hoping that I can, you know, pull that off. Some of these later levels are getting to be a little tough, but I'm in the last world. I can't wait to go face that boss. It's gonna be fun. And I think also, like, I'm really excited for Robobot. I'm gonna be playing that soon. Oh god.
Oh, you're gonna have a lot of fun with Robobot.
Everybody says that, like, Robobot is everything Triple Deluxe is, but better. And it's like, I will be the judge of that, because I really like Triple Deluxe.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big, like, I don't consider myself a big sci-fi fan, but I'm enough of a sci-fi fan to appreciate it.
Well, I think a lot of it really does stem from the fact that, like, it's one of those Kirby games that at the time felt like it really was trying to be, like, different from a lot of Kirby stuff, because it's like, again, this is coming from someone that has not played Triple Deluxe, but I imagine a lot of the popularity that Planet Robobot has with itself is kind of not dissimilar to why a lot of people react more to, like, Mario Odyssey compared to, like, 3D World, in the sense of, like, as much as I love 3D World, it is very mostly by the numbers as far as Mario games are concerned, whereas Odyssey is, like, decidedly different from other Mario games. Like, a Planet Robobot, I feel like, is that for a lot of people when it comes to Kirby, you know, up until Forgotten Land came along.
Yeah, no, it's kind of interesting because it's like, when we talk about Triple Deluxe and Robobot, it's really interesting to me that there's, like, this unspoken, you know, unofficial trilogy with it all, with those two and Return to Dreamland. Like, that's nuts to me.
Yeah. And Return to Dreamland's also just one of my favorites. Like, I really do need to get the Switch port of it eventually, just so I could, like, you know, play it again, obviously, and also try out the Magolor campaign.
Yeah, I do wish that I could play the Magolor epilogue because I think it looks like a good time, but I only have it on Wii. So maybe at some point I will stream that and maybe it'll be more fun. I actually kind of didn't love how that game felt, and I don't know if it's just because I am not used to using Wii Remote anymore, or that the game itself just has something in its gameplay that I don't like. I don't know, but I'm not as taken with it as I am with Triple Deluxe, which is saying something. I think part of what works for me about Kirby on 3DS is these games are nice and they're easy to pick up and play. Right. I don't need to, like, invest a ton of hours just, you know, within each level. Like, which is crazy because you're not spending that much time in these levels, but something about it being on a handheld makes me feel like it's a shorter experience and more munchable and more manageable. And something about the levels in Return to Dreamland just feel a little too long, which it's weird. There's no logical reason for it. It's probably all just in my head, but maybe I just need to go at it again.
It might be that mentality of, like, you know, it feeling shorter because it's on a handheld. Like, I can kind of see that, because there are, like, a lot of games that really do kind of feel that way just because they're on a handheld. Like, you know, obviously there's some exceptions, you know, like, say, RPGs and whatnot, but maybe it is just that, like, mind trickery of, like, being like, oh, it's on a handheld, so surely it's not quite as long.
Yeah, it's funky stuff. Whatever the case may be, I like Kirby these days. I'm really happy to be playing Kirby. It's so unapologetically fun. And I can't believe I've been sleeping on this series for so long. Like, I'm a Sonic fan, I'm a Bendy fan, and those have been my fandoms for a very long time. And Pokemon too. I used to play a lot of Pokemon, but nowadays I find myself struggling to pick up Pokemon games. It's so sad.
Well, from what I've heard from friends that are Pokemon fans, I hear it's not really all that easy. So I guess I can't say I'm really blaming it that much.
Yeah, it's just like I think it's another example of that handheld thing. Pokemon was a game that was very easy to pick up and play, but I'm at a point with it now where it feels like a chore to play, which is kind of nuts. And I don't love that feeling. I still have the recent Pokemon games, and they're still like they have their merit, but I don't know. There's something about it that just is not vibing with me.
Yeah.
And I wish it vibed with me because, like, I love Pokemon. My first game was Black and White, and I also played quite a bit of X and Y. But after that point, it's just, I was not an Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire person at all.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah. But yeah, that's where we're at.
Yeah. Well,
It's just, I think sorry, go ahead.
I was just about to say, I also just assume that, like, it's not quite as easy to get into Pokemon nowadays, largely because of how Pokemon as a franchise has been handled, but, you know, I feel like that's an entirely different type of discussion that you probably should have with someone that's a little bit more, like, veteran experience with Pokemon than I am, because, like, my Pokemon experience, for those that do not know, I think only close friends would know this, my Pokemon experience pretty much starts and ends with Gen 1.
Really? I didn't even know it went that far.
Yeah, because, like, I remember trying a bit of Gen 1, you know, back when Pokemon was the hot stuff back in the youth. I do remember getting a little bit more into the anime than I did the game, but, yeah, I just could not find myself to get, like, super into any of the other gens. Again, that's not meant to be, like, a decry of the other gens' qualities, it's just more so a matter of, like, just me being all like, I don't know if this is a game I'd get, like, super into.
No, I totally get that.
Yeah, like, Pokemon really has just become, like, one of those franchises where, it's also kind of, like, another franchise I can compare it to in this regard is Splatoon. I'm not, like, super into Splatoon myself. Most of my enjoyment from Splatoon really comes from my other friends getting into it and, like, the discussions and passion they have for it. It's just really fascinating to hear it as, like, an outsider listening in than actually playing the games myself. The fact that I'm not really big into, like, shooters anyway also is a factor.
Yeah, I am also not a shooter person, but I love Splatoon. I am emotional about Splatoon. Part of it is, I think, it came out at just the right time for me. 2015, I was graduating high school. I was on my way to college. And oh boy, the summer of that first Splatoon with Splatfest for the first time was just something magical and special. And the story gets you attached to the characters. You feel for them. It tackles some surprisingly dark things, which never fails to surprise me. And, like, I didn't get to experience the DLC of 2 when it came out, but because I've got the Switch Online package that includes it for, you know, the rest of the year, I really should go and play it, even though I haven't played 2 in a long time. Because I love the DLC for 3. I love the story of 3. I love this series. Its characters make me emotional. I love the rivalries with the idols. I love the gameplay of the actual game. I love the growth. It's good. I mean, I haven't been on Splatoon in a while, because just people have gotten a little bit nasty, but I want to get back to it. I miss it. Just not today. Like, I had this whole plan one day. I was gonna start doing Splatter Day Saturdays or something on stream, but I never went through with it. And, you know, maybe we bring that back. Maybe we bring that back. But the times when I would want to play are times when I don't think people would be watching, which is okay. Oh, this level. Oh, this detail.
Oh.
Everybody, so many people on my Tumblr have been talking about the fact that there were 3 little Fantas that came out of those plushies, and they're emotional about it. And it's like, oh my god.
That's fair. Oh.
By the way, I love Fantas. they're not my favorite Kirby enemy, but they make the list. They make my top 10, I think.
That's interesting to note. Actually, speaking of Kirby, I just noticed this in the chat. Apologies for not seeing this question right away at Toon Man. Aside from the Popstar Quartet, what are your opinions on the Air Riders individually? Like, what we think of the roster so far? I'm fairly content with the roster so far. Like, I think it has, like, a nice mix of, like, important characters and silly little guys, which I like that. I don't know if Mario Kart World initiated this, but I do like the sentiment of all these kart racers, including the silly little guys as racers now. You know, like, you have, like, you know, the Cappies, the Waddle Dees, of course, the Starman.
Everybody I know who's excited for this game is like, I'm gonna main Starman. And I'm like, I love you so much. Yeah, no, I'm really excited that we have a mix of racers. It's cool. And the alternate color palettes for them are also fun. Like, oh my god, I can't believe Epilogue Magalore colors for one of his alts. That's great, actually. Also, the evil-looking Waddle Doo. Hello, he is so emo. I love him. I want to hold him.
It's just a phase, Your Majesty.
Just a phase, Your Majesty. Oh my god. Like, have you heard Waddle Doo's voice in the anime? It is, like, so wild to have that face and that voice. I love him. I love him so much.
I'd have to listen to it to myself, because, like, that's also, like, another thing. As a Kirby fan, I need to eventually really take the time to watch the anime as well, because, like, when it comes to, like, how much of the anime I've seen, I've only seen, like, very specific episodes of it. Like, I saw the pilot, I saw, like, a handful of episodes afterwards, I saw the cartoon episode, which I feel like that's pretty much a requirement at this point, it's that iconic.
Yeah, Cartoon Buffoon is a requirement. Actually, there's 2 cartoon episodes.
Oh, really?
So you've probably seen Cartoon Buffoon because that's the big one. There's another one that comes much later in the series where DDD hires these 3 cartoonists to make a cartoon from Enemy, and they're so taken with Tiff, our leading lady, that they decide to make a cartoon about her.
Oh.
I will warn you, that episode has a little more to it, especially if you watch it in the original Japanese. It's Tiff is a child.
Right.
They're drawing her with, like, the boobs, like massive badonkas.
Well, you know what? Well, you know what?
Yeah.
Then it's a good thing I'm one of those. It's a good thing I'm one of those fools that'll likely watch it in English to begin with, so I don't have to worry about that.
I also watched this in English to begin with, and there's a little bit of it. It's really interesting what they change between both versions. Like, Kirby straight up has a gun in the Japanese version.
Well, I remember that much.
I don't know what episode it's for, but I know that it happens, and it's kind of nuts. But I can't say enough good things about the Kirby anime, not because I think it's the best anime by any means, but because it does something that throws me off guard with every episode.
Hang on a second, I gotta check on the puppies.
Take your time.
Real quick. Be right back.
Oh, good. While he's doing that, I need to respond to a DM real quick. Oh, the BRB cheer. I love that. That's great. Mm. Mm. Mm.
There we go. Sorry. I had just realized when I went to BRB for a bit, I realized on like, it's on Discord, it's fine, but on OBS, I accidentally hit the wrong mic to mute. I don't think anything was said that would have like caused any like questioning, but I just felt a little silly. I accidentally hit the wrong mic to mute.
You could have done worse.
Yeah, maybe. Green cup. Someone has a question for you, Kat. Is there any obscure Kirby character like Grill or Mr. Stat you would like to be added in Air Riders?
Well, I think you've just hit the nail on the head. I want to see Grill. And this is partially because I have a friend who goes by the name of Honeycakes. Honey is an absolute sweetheart, and I love her so much. They have an amazing... Well, no, she has an amazing take on Grill. Mm-hmm. And I love Honey's Grill so much that I would love to see more of Grill and things just for the sake of... I know it would make Honey happy, but it would make me happy too. Gosh, obscure Kirby characters though. I don't think I'm deep enough within the Kirby lore to decidedly like know all the obscure characters at this point. I could say I would love the Samir enemy to be a rider, just because I like the look of the Samirs. I'd like to see like the little common enemy of Robobot Nesp. I really like Nesp. Gosh, but obscure characters, I don't have a ton of those. Oh, I mean, while we're at it, could we get my boy Prince Fluff? Like, he's not obscure, but the number of Kirby fans I know who have like skipped out on Epic Yarn is a high number. And I think Fluff deserves his dues. I want to see how they translate Fluff into 3D. I just think that'd be very entertaining.
It would be neat, yeah.
Like, that's my boy. That's my baby. But no, honestly, like, out of realistic things, I really just want Taranza.
I feel like Taranza probably would be, like, a guarantee at this point. Like, I'm trying to think of, like, characters that wouldn't be quite as likely as far as, like, Kirby representation goes. Like, I think... Honestly, I think at this point the only Kirby characters I would peg as like absolute no-hopers are just at this point just the anime characters.
Yeah, like being so real, I would love to be able to play as Escargoon. I think playing as Escargoon, especially in 2025, that would be so much fun. Like Tiff and Tuff as well. I think it would be cool to like do a little double dash kind of thing with them, but I don't think that's in the cards.
Yeah.
Just all around, I can't believe we get Chef Kawasaki as a racer. That's kind of nuts.
Honestly, I love it.
I love it too. Also, like this is a bit of a stretch. Vividria. I don't think anybody would like say Vividria should be in this game. But she is, I believe her debut was in Star Allies. She is a mini-boss.
Oh, is that the one that you get the painter from?
Yes, she is the one you get the artist ability from, which is new to that game. So I believe that is her debut, but I'm not sure. Vividria actually has some really fun lore that causes me to like her a lot. Oh. So who here knows about Kirby and the Canvas Curse?
Oh, I know.
I promise this is related.
Curse.
Well, do you know who the main enemy is, like our main villain of that game?
I don't know them by name, but I do recognize them.
Okay. That is Drossia. Drossia is one of 3 characters within this family. You've got Drossia, who is the Canvas Curse enemy. You've got Paintra, who is her sister. Which is a mini-boss in Triple Deluxe, which is also part of why I was really excited about this. And then Vividria, who is like the little sister of the two of them. There was also speculation that Glacia from, who's our main antagonist for most of Rainbow Curse on the Wii U, might be related to them, but there's some lacking of clarity on that one. But the fact that we've just got a whole family of crafting people in Kirby and no one talks about it, I want one of them. Give me any of them and I will be so happy. I don't think any of them will show up in Air Riders, but please, I would die.
It would be cute.
Yeah. I'm very emotional about witches that do crafty things. Hence why I have an OC that does that just with Epic Yarn. Listen, don't even get me started. Steve, I have been cooking lately with Bobbin. Oh God.
Well, is there
I
any
know.
reason you word like that? Could you make it sound like that's something I wouldn't want to hear from you?
You have a point. No, so like, I'm part of a Kirby role-playing server, and I've been running an event lately, which I did not intend to be running, but here we are, where Yin Yarn has gone and turned our entire world into yarn because I think that's fun as a plot. And, my friends are now saying we turned him into a purse dog. Because we tied him up into a form where he is carryable. I basically tied him up to like he's a quiver, like what archers carry their bows in. And I'm like, oh my god, you guys, we can't do this. Yes, we can. It's been such a good time. I've had such a fun time running this. So people are enjoying it. My storytelling has been good. I really ought to send you like parts of the draft at some point for some of my notes, because like, oh my god, we made things fun. It was good.
Well, I look forward
But
to
yeah,
it.
remind me because I will forget.
But I'll try my best.
no.
Sir.
I love writing for these silly little characters. They're so important to me.
Well, again, I'm glad you're having a lot of fun with them. Just in general, I'm glad you're having just so much fun investing yourself into Kirby. Like, it's nice to know that, you know, because Kirby, even if I'm not like as like vocal or passionate about it, Kirby is a character and a franchise I've had like a pretty solid attachment to for a few years, and I'm just glad to know that I can be able to like share that with like another friend.
Yeah, it's just, why did I sleep on this for so long? Why did I think this wasn't gonna be for me? I think it's probably because it's a platformer. And if my Epic Yarn playthrough has proven anything to anyone, it's that I'm not good at platformers. I've had a much easier time with some of the other Kirby games than this one, just because the way that it handles the power-ups is really good. But I don't like enjoy playing Mario games. Whenever my sisters did Super Mario 3D World together, I was usually not a part of that conversation. Not because I didn't want to play. Well, no, actually, sometimes I really didn't want to play. But more so because I am constantly dying. I am useless. So, like, you know, it's not for me, and that's okay. But I get a lot of enjoyment out of watching others play it. So that's pretty cool.
Well, you know, I'm glad there is that at least.
Yeah. Well, it's just like, it's really funny because when I was setting up my Wii U to make sure that I could stream, because, you know, you gotta do your testing, the game that I had closest to my Wii U, because the collection I share with my siblings lives in a different space. Here in my space, I only have a couple of things that are exclusively my games. I have my own copy of Mario Galaxy from years ago because I got it on a really good sale, and I'm like, this is a great game. One day I'm gonna be without the copy that my sisters have. I want to have this to play for me. Of course, now I have 3D All-Stars, which I have proceeded to not play. But I have Galaxy 1 and 2 on Wii, so I can play them on my Wii U. And I tested out a little bit of that, just running around to make sure that everything was working, and it worked great. Maybe one day I'll play Galaxy, but probably not for a long time. It's a long game.
That's fair.
I honestly, I would love to eventually like see if I can copy over some of the save data from our Wii onto my Wii U just for Galaxy, just for the sake of I'd like to record Rosalina's stuff so I can dub it.
And I want to hear you record and dub Rosalina stuff. It's like, I'll say, like, as far as, like, actually playing Galaxy, if it's any consolation, I feel like, provide you're not going for 100%, Galaxy is probably one of the easier 3D Marios out there, so I don't think you have as big of a worry getting into it. I mean, obviously... Obviously, I'm not going to force it onto you. Like, you play what you want, and don't play what you want. It's ultimately up to you. That being said, I've said before in conversation and in stream, I will stand by it. I want to know the second you're going to record, stream any Galaxy, because I want to be there for you, hearing you read Rosalina's story, because I want to hear you as Rosalina.
Oh my god, you were so sweet.
You deserve this sweetness. I love your voice, and I know in the pit of my pits that you'd be a fantastic Rosalina.
I can't argue with that. I would love to voice more of the Mario women, but the fact is, I just haven't been asked. And that's really the thing. I need to have a project to do for myself, and I think dubbing her storybook is definitely what I want to do. Just because I've loved this story for a long time. I don't remember every detail of how it goes, but it's a good story. And I don't think I've ever heard anyone dub it, which that's nuts. I feel like people had to have, but I've never looked for it.
I'm sure
So
someone must have. I think at the very least there's probably a recording of someone reading it, but I don't know if they I don't know if it's a super serious reading, audio drama levels of serious. Like I said, I'm sure it exists, but I have not come across it myself. And if by some happenstance you happen to be the pioneer of it, I could not think of anyone better to do it.
Thank you. But yeah, no, I want to do that at some point, because Rosie's great. I mean, she's not my favorite Mario princess, but she still makes the list. I still love all of them.
Yeesh. It's funny, whenever I hear people talking about, who they think is, the best Mario princess or whatnot, when I was younger, I probably would have given a definitive answer, but now that I'm older, I've pretty much adopted the mindset of, well, I have favorites. I love them all equally.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I do have a favorite, and it's Daisy, hands down. She's just always been the character that I've picked when it comes to multiplayer Mario games. So, seeing her getting to be in Wonder was really exciting. Just in general, Daisy's great and I love her. But I also really love Peach, especially when you look at the first two Paper Mario games and the third one, the first three Paper Mario games.
Right.
Peach's writing is absolutely delightful, and I love her and I want more of that.
Yeah.
I also really like her in Showtime. She's great.
Honestly, I feel again, I say this because I don't know if I actually have said this in streams and whatnot. I know I've definitely talked about it in public, but I think Peach has been one of those characters that, has really just kind of grown on me over time, and I'll be completely honest.
Yeah.
I think Showtime really is the game that really clinched in the fact of, I think I might actually love this character now.
Yeah, no, Showtime does really great things for Peach. I can also say the same thing for Super Princess Peach. I think she's phenomenal. But honestly, it's really Paper Mario that makes her shine for me. The way that she takes things into her own hands is just and she still helps Mario even though she is held captive. I think that's great. She teaches a robot to love. Princess Peach is powerful, man.
Absolutely.
Also, Smash Brothers, her moveset. I just love that she beats up things with her butt.
Yeah, that, her frying pan, it's just all around,
Yeah.
I think, all around I definitely just have grown, a very good appreciation for Peach. And just, that, like I said, that is a big part of why I just cannot really pick a favorite Mario girl, because, it's now come to a point where I just love them all equally. Even Pauline, the very short resurrection that Pauline has had between Mario Odyssey and Donkey Kong Bonanza really skyrocketed her in terms of having her be on equal footing for me in terms of the Mario girls.
Yeah, no, Pauline is absolutely great. I love her dearly. God, it's really funny to me. So recently I've been doing some work to clean up. Just my life is a bit of a mess. Need to get rid of some things, need to do some things, and I've gone through my clothes, okay? I have this one red dress that I love dearly, and I need to wear it for more things. My sister turned to me because she was helping me with this project, and she says to me, you really need to cosplay Pauline. Because the fact is, yeah, I do look like Pauline, and that is the most that you will ever know about what I look like. But yeah, no, I want to cosplay Pauline at some point. She is so pretty. And girl, the jazz. Yes, please, queen.
Can I just say real quick, you mentioned that knowing you look like Pauline is the closest thing you'll get to knowing what you look like, and you talking about how Pauline's so pretty. That's just me using that to further hammering the point that yes, you are.
Damn right I am. Look, I love myself. And I'm glad that other people love me too. But I love myself, and that's the only person who needs to love me.
Oh, I know.
But yeah, no, I am a plus-size Pauline, and I'm pretty cool with that.
And again,
So it's
that
like-
is something I am
yeah.
game for, especially if it's you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. But yes, we got Sign. I love Sign.
It really is just amusing just how fun Sign is. Like, I know it's no different than, like... I know it's no different than, like... I forget which mouthful it is. The one where you just fly in the air. It's just basically like
Yeah.
that, just you're sliding. But it is still pretty fun in its own right, in, like, a very arcadey fashion.
Yeah, sometimes you just need something that's indulgent. Well, not indulgent, but you know what I mean.
I
It
getcha.
just is simple joys. Simple joy.
Yeah.
I gotcha. You know, I was watching a stream of this game the other day, and the person that was doing it was just like against picking up the gachas, which was nuts to me. And I wanted to ask, but I'm like, no, that would probably be rude.
If I had to make an assumption, my guess is that, like, did the person specify if they were, like, speedrunning the game or not?
No, they were not speedrunning it.
Because I was about to say,
There was no indication.
Because I was thinking, like, that's the only explanation I could think of, where it's like, oh, if they're speedrunning, like, you do pause for a bit every time you get the gotchas, so they're probably, like, avoiding it for pacing's sake.
Yeah, no, and that I would buy. But no, this person was just, like, allergic to gachas. Which, you know, like, if it's a belief thing where it's like, you know, I don't like the idea of the gachas, yeah, no, I totally support that. But it was just weird to witness. I was also the only person in this person's chat. Well, this is what I do, right? I purposely go and watch streamers that have a low view count because I want to give them a chance and, like, give them some love. That's what I do.
It is what you do.
But it's like, oh god, sometimes that works out better than others.
Just noticing a couple things. First off, Metal Brax, that is a fantastic idea. I don't know if it'll be me that'll do it, or Kat herself that'll do it, but that is indeed a fantastic art idea that must be explored.
What are you suggesting, Meta? I can't see.
Okay, and, okay, next, yeah, Solon, like, you know, there are some new gotchas, but really, it really is just the story, the little campaign itself, that's, like, the big selling point for this. That and the extra cup in the True Arena.
Bold of you to assume the gachas aren't a selling point for me. They give us the lore. Are you kidding? Do you have any idea how many people on my Tumblr are freaking out about the gacha descriptions? Like, oh my god.
I mean, that's true.
So many.
I mean, I think...
Admittedly... sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying that, like, admittedly for me, I feel like I would be more invested in the... Oh, hang on a second. I would be more invested in, like, collecting the gachas every chance I get. The problem is that, like, a lot of it is kind of RNG, and there is a lot of them to get. So that's why they're, like, the only thing that I'm not in a massive hurry to get when it comes to 100%ing the game. Like, I've pretty much gotten everything else in regarding 100%ing Forgotten Land. Like, maybe I'd have to do, like, the hard mode of, like, the Kirby Tilt things, but I don't know if the hard modes are, like, required for 100%. But, like, aside from those, like, it's really just collecting all the figurines that I have left before I can really finish.
Sorry.
You're
Real
fine.
quick, business is calling.
No worries. Maybe I should start streaming Kirby streams. Maybe you should, Sullen. Kirby's a fun series. You should give it a try. I say this assuming
Join
you've
us,
never
Sullen.
But I say this assuming you haven't played the games before. You might have, for all I know.
Yeah, I know Hugh plays, but I don't remember you, Sullen, whether or not you enjoy Kirby. We have so many friends that have so much variety in their taste. I can never remember.
I want to eat up Kirby lore like how Kirby eats literally everything. Well, I hope you have a Kirby-sized appetite, because, you're gonna have a lot to eat depending on how deep you want to go down this metaphorical rabbit hole.
It's true. There's also, like, you know, there's some divisiveness with the fandom in terms of Kirby lore, because there are some instances where the only time we got information on what the story of a game was on Miiverse from the official devs, which is lost to time now and so bananas. Specifically regarding Robobot and Triple Deluxe, this happened with both of these titles. But there's also the light novels and the manga.
Right.
And the anime, which has a completely separate continuity from the games.
Let me see. Let's see. Hyper, I know this may be for, but who would you cosplay as? I don't know if I'd really get into cosplaying personally, just because, like, I feel like the closest thing to cosplaying I would probably regularly do is just, like, Halloween stuff. And even then, like, I don't know if I'd, like, put a whole lot of investment into it, because here's the thing when it comes to cosplaying, and it's a big component as to why I don't really actively achieve it as much as I would like to. It's expensive.
It is, but it doesn't have to be. I am personally a very budgety cosplayer, just for the sake of that's what I can do. I don't really talk about this a ton, but most of my cosplays, I have very thrifted elements from them. I have a little black dress that I got for 50 cents at the thrift store. I kid you not, literally 50 cents. And that has been the main thing of my Alice cosplay, alongside some cardboard pieces and foam clay horns that I've made. And I've sewn some, like, other things, but it's like, you know, it's a lot of homemade and it's a lot of simple stuff.
Right.
He do his little twirl, oh my god.
But no, it's like, maybe cosplaying isn't your thing, but have you considered bounding?
What's bounding?
Well, have you ever heard of Disney bounding in particular? Because that's the context most people have for this.
This would be my first instance of knowing it exists.
Okay, I'll have to send you an image later to illustrate my point. But Disney bounding is something that a lot of people do to get around the fact that you cannot dress as a character going into the Disney parks unless it's Halloween and you're a child.
Right.
Basically, you wear an outfit that has pieces that are inspired by a character rather than directly cosplaying them. Like, you know, say you want to not cosplay, but you want to bound as Mr. Smee. Maybe you have a striped shirt. Maybe you have a little red thing on your head, not necessarily his hat, but maybe it's, you know, a flower. Maybe it's something along those lines. It's just, you know, it's trying to do something that invokes the idea of the character without necessarily cosplaying as the character.
Right.
And that's much more my vibe at this point in time, I think. Because, like, a full-on cosplay is a lot of fun, but sometimes you need to keep it simple. And it's like, that's much more budget-friendly. I can totally see you bounding and having a great time with it.
I mean, I guess I could probably get away with that. I think another reason that you mentioned, like, people doing it at Disneyland, I guess that's also, like, another sizable component as to why I don't do that kind of stuff super often, is that, like, I feel like I wouldn't really have a whole lot of opportunities to really go out and strut that, because, like, I almost never really travel, period. Like, I think nowadays the furthest I really go to as far as traveling is concerned, probably this, the furthest I go as far as traveling is concerned is when I go to, like, one of the cities next to us whenever we have to do, like, errand runs.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I have my once-a-year convention that I do, and it's a lot of fun, but that's about it. That's my only time to cosplay in public. Otherwise, I'm just in my room taking photos, or in my backyard taking photos of myself, because I'm vain like that. You know, but it's fun. I do this because I enjoy it, and I actually really want to get some Kirby cosplays together within the next year. But also, I'm a big Halloween person, so it's like, this is something that I love dearly, and I would love to keep doing.
Mm-hmm. You can't dress up in Disneyland unless it's Halloween. I mean, like, I also have not been to Disneyland in, like, Lord knows how long, so I don't really remember a lot of the intricacies on what they consider, like, appropriate for, like, dress up. Appropriate in the sense of, like, what they would let you get away with, not necessarily appropriate in a sense of, like, family approved.
Yeah,
so I guess they're also thinking about that, too.
Well, part of it is, like, you have to be very careful because you don't want to be mistaken for one of their official performers.
That's true.
So a lot of adults are barred from doing a lot of more cosplay stuff. It's gotta be a bound so that it's, not confusing for the kids, especially with Disneyland. Disney World, I think they're also pretty strict about this, but it's different because the way that characters move around is different. Like in Disney World, you go and you meet characters in a specified location where they have a meet and greet. When it comes to land, they are roaming around, like free roaming around the park.
Right.
And that's nuts. It's great though. I'm told that it's a really great experience.
That's good. Like I've only really been to Disneyland once with my dad, like years ago, and like even then, like I can't say I really. Actually, no, wait, not Disneyland, Disney World. Like, and I've only ever been to like a handful of bits from Disney World. Like, I remember we went to Epcot and we tried out like some of the like space-related rides. Like, I think the Mars landing simulator. I think. Then we went to the
yes, Mission Space. No, wait, not Mission Space. Is that Mission Space? It's been a hot minute.
No worries.
Yes, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, there's that. I also remember going to the Animal Kingdom, and I remember the one bit of that I still remember, and it still kind of like sticks to me for the worst of reasons, is the tough to be a bug, the tough to be a bug attraction in Animal Kingdom.
Oh.
And it's like, on the one hand, I love A Bug's Life, so I'm glad it exists purely by that proxy, but let's just say if you have been to the It's a Bug's Life exhibit before, you probably understand what I mean when I say it is one of the most unintentionally scarring experiences you can get from Disney World.
Yeah, actually, funny story, they are starting to do away with that one. They're replacing it with something else.
Oh.
That is not Bugs Life themed. I don't remember what it is they're replacing it with. I don't remember if that's where they're putting the Encanto thing or if this is something else. But I know what you're talking about with this particular interaction. Also, did you know, Steve, quick question about Forgotten World for a second, or Forgotten Land. Have you found the Howl Room?
Like, are you talking about
there's a
like
new one.
Oh yeah, the new one I don't think I've seen yet.
You're in the level for it.
Oh. Well, I'll
If
try
you'd
to
like
remember
to
to
know
keep an
how
eye
to
out
get
for it.
that. I think I remember where it is from watching another stream, so if you'd like some help, I'm here.
I'll probably get in a bit. First, I want to climb up here real quick.
Yeah. No, absolutely. But no, back to It's Tough to Be a Bug. Yeah, no, that ride is a really interesting experience. I have a story from that one, from my childhood. Yeah, so we walked into the theater and we sat down, and I'm sitting next to my dad, and I'm like, Dad, I think the seat is wet. And he's like, no, the seat's not wet. Well, we come to later in the show where they literally spray water in you, and he turns to me, he's like, you were right, Cat. The seat was wet.
Yeah.
Dad.
Yeah, just like it's like I applaud the immersiveness. On the other hand, I would like to have a talk with those immersivenesses.
Yeah, no, if you're on Spectrum and you have like any type of sensory thing, be very careful in that attraction.
Oh
like,
yeah.
For me, it's fine, but the very end of it where it's like the bugs crawling on the seats, that was
Oh yeah, when Hopper invades, yeah, that is where I lost it. Like I think, like I don't remember.
Okay. He's scary. That animatronic is nuts, but it's also just so impressive from a technical level.
Oh, absolutely. Like it is very well constructed. Like it does its job. It does its job frighteningly well. But going on to like that whole notion. Oops, sorry, I got distracted. But going on to that notion of like the sensory overlord when it comes to Disney. That also brings me to like another thing when it came to like my Disney World venue. The third and the final place that we went to when we went to Disney World was we went to Hollywood when we went to Hollywood Studios, and that was really fun. I went to the exhibit that talked about like the Disney animation. The one that had like I think it was the pre-show, but it had that little show with like Mushu and the animator, and then at one point you could actually like. You're in like this big room with a bunch of like drawing tables. You can draw like Disney stuff, and you can have like, I don't know if they're either current or former. I'll say former for the sake of simplicity. Like former Disney animators, like commenting on like your doodles and whatnot.
Yeah, and they've sadly that has been gone for a very long time. I never got to do that.
Oh man, And then the biggest highlight for me, and I'm sure it's like the biggest highlight for a lot of people when they go to it, and I think it was like the literal last thing that we did was Phantasmic, and that was like another instance where like I overall enjoyed it, and I don't think it was like as prevalent as when I went to see It's Tough to Be a Bug, but that was also another instance where my sensory overload kind of like got the better of me. Like when all of the stuff with Mickey was happening to him, up until it got to the loud gunshot from the Pocahontas segment, which I don't know if that's still in the Disney World Phantasmic, because I know. Okay, it is. Like, I think as soon as it got to that, I had to, like, go to the bathroom to, like, you know, recompose myself before I can go back and, like, watch the rest of it.
Yeah. Oh, man. You know, they've changed Phantasmic quite a bit from, like, since I've been a kid. But I did go the last time that we were in Disney, which was in summer of 2023. And I have to say, oh, my God. They added Moana to it?
Yeah,
that was good.
That doesn't really surprise me, considering that Moana is kind of not dissimilar to Frozen. Moana has become like a very profitable franchise for them, so I guess it's only inevitable that they would start adding her into things.
Yeah, and her section was actually really good. Yeah, no, Phantasmic is still really great. I enjoy it quite a bit, but yeah, it is a very big sensory experience. I think, yeah. Also, fun fact, Ariel in that particular attraction is the highest paid of the people in the character costumes because her job is the most dangerous.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. I imagine so.
So would you like to know where the Howl Room is?
Oh, sure, go ahead.
Oh,
I almost forgot
you
about
have destroyed your chances of it. I'm so sorry.
Oh, was I not supposed to do that?
Yeah, if you stood on that crystal and then went all the way back to the beginning of the level, then it would appear for you.
Huh.
It's weird. I don't know how Howl Rooms are supposed to work.
Actually, you know what? Hang on.
Don't exit the... Steve!
Well, it's the beginning segment. I could be able to make up the time.
I suppose. Not that this, like, gets you anything. It's just a cool little thing, but yeah.
I know, but still, I want to see it for myself, because I actually never got to see the Howl Room in my first run-through of it.
Oh my god! Well, we're gonna get it then.
Yeesh.
But yeah, so, man. Everybody else gets to go inside the boat, but not Ariel. They just cover Ariel with a tarp.
Aww.
So she's playing dangerous games, man.
Yeah.
I love you, Ariel. Sorry, Ariel. But yeah, no, she's great. Yeah, Disney has a lot of really interesting things going on and a lot of interesting changes happening soon. Like, I don't know how much you keep up with this stuff, but my family is full of Disney nuts, so I know a thing or two. They're changing the Rock and Roller Coaster in Hollywood Studios, and you'll never guess what they're retheming it to.
Okay, you know what? I do know about this because one of my friends is a Muppet fiend, so they've been keeping me up to date with it. Yeah, they're changing it to Electric Mayhem, which I want to say they're doing that largely to make up for them getting rid of Muppet Vision, which, you know, I guess is fair.
Just
but
stand on it.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I have to stand on it for like a lengthy amount of time, or like?
I actually have no idea how long you have to stand on it, but probably not that long.
Mermaiding's tough, yo. Yeah, I imagine so.
Mermaiding is tough. It takes a lot of core strength. Like, you gotta be tough. Okay, now go back to the beginning of the level.
Okay.
I may have to look up additional details.
No worries.
Hang on. All right.
Only been to Disney World once 20 years ago. The only thing I remember from it's the Bug's Life ride and the Sagwa Chinese restaurant. Much like Steve, my senses were overloading frequently. I don't think I've been to the restaurant itself. Oh. Got a little turnaround there.
Okay. Okay. Wait.
Huh?
Okay. We gotta destroy 2 crystals. Never mind. The crystal you were standing on does need to be destroyed.
Oh,
and there is another one... Ooh. Okay, I think that one is closer to the beginning of the level. I'm not sure.
Hang on, first let me go ahead and get this.
My apologies.
No,
I have
you're
led you
fine,
astray.
Don't worry.
Thank you to internet articles for telling me how to do this. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, there's another crystal that looks a lot like that one. It's got some wolfies near it earlier in the level. So we're gonna need that. Hey. Yeah. No, I've been fortunate to be to Disney a number of times in my life, and it's been very, very nice. Alright, is that... No, it's not that one.
Yeah, I'm keeping my eyes peeled for the one that has the wolfies.
Yeah, it's got some big wolfies near it. I do like that we have a variety of wolfies. I think that's pretty great. I hope they come back for another game.
Yeah, it'd be adorable. It'd be nice if they actually were also available in Air Riders.
Yeah. I mean, I do question who gave the dog a license, but then again, I really can't judge.
Yeah. I mean, there are a bunch of Disney characters that do have... Not Disney characters. A bunch of Mario... Would this be it? Like, I know they're not Woofies, but...
That's not it.
Okay.
Huh. I think it's still closer to the beginning. I'm so sorry. We are going to try and get you through. I can show you the screenshot if you would like, but I don't think it's going to help much.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't hurt to try.
Alright, here. Let me do the thing.
Let me see. Are y'all getting Air Riders when it releases? Probably not. I'm still going back and forth on if I will get it eventually. I'll have to wait and see. Like, I might end up just waiting to see how reviews are first before I decide if I want to get it or not.
Alright, here you go. Okay.
Is that, and... I think I recognize where that's from.
I think so too, but I'm not entirely sure. Wow, I have been talking for hours now, and it's starting to catch up with me.
Oh, well, if you feel like you need to, like, take a bit of, like, a breather, that's fine.
No, this is a good thing. I'm getting to do it with you, so I'm excited.
Oh, I appreciate that, but again, I want to make sure you're still taking care of yourself, because I know...
Don't you worry.
I'm just saying that the fact that you did just finish a stream not that long ago, on top of you doing this with me, I want to make sure you're taking care of yourself.
Yeah, I promise I am. The worst I've done today is scream about trains.
You know, as one would do.
Listen, the train was evil.
I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. There we go.
There it is. Oh, you're so genius. I'm silly. Okay, now we gotta go all the way back to the spawn area.
Okay.
And then climb the cliff on the left.
Okay. On the spawn. Oh. Yeah, again, it was supposed to be over this way.
Doobie-doo up. Going on an adventure. Going on an adventure.
Going on an adventure. Pull your bow up.
Booyah!
All right. Yeah, spawn to the left. And there is a spring conveniently here for us, so that's great.
Oh, right. Hey, give me the...
All right. Yeah, there you go.
All right, now I'm definitely starting to not recognize any of this, so I think I'm on the right path. Oh.
Yep, you are. I don't... Yeah, there you go. Yep. Here it is.
Oh, there we go. Gee, I wonder how I summon the letters.
H.
H. Oh, it's up there.
It's up there. I also love that, like, the texture of these crystals is very reminiscent of some of what we're seeing in Bonanza. I just think that's great.
Yeah. H-L. How?
You get abilities and
Yeah,
money.
Yes, it's So
It's all yours.
glorious. I just noticed. Another little...
Gotcha.
Gotcha, yes. What is it called?
Yippee!
Hell Room or How Room? No, it's called How Room because, you know, HAL Labs, the people that made Kirby.
Yes.
Ooh. Oh, someone wants to know, would you like to see Kiki being playable in Air Riders?
Shoot. Kiki. I don't remember Kiki. Hang on a second. How is that spelled? K-I-K-I?
Yes.
Okay. Kiki. Are we sure it's spelled like that?
I mean, that's the way the two-man spelt it.
Alright, because I'm saying K-E-K-E, Kiki. Wow. She's cute. Yeah, I'd love to see this character in Kirby Air Riders. I want witches. Give me witches. But yeah. I for a second I was like, are you talking about Kidi? No, you're not talking about Kidi. Steve, do you have any idea who Kidi is?
That sounds familiar, but I can't say I'm immediately recognizing it.
Okay, so it's specifically a Waddle Dee that is slightly more monkey flavored, and it's part of those key
Oh,
puzzles.
that little guy, yeah.
Yes, it has a name. It's a Kidi.
That's cute.
It is cute. They annoy the crap out of me, but I love them. Very good Kiddies. Thank you so much. Yeah. Also, I got to learn something new today, which was very exciting.
Was that?
I did not know that so you know in Epic Yarn, actually you may not know this. In Epic Yarn, there is if you lose your beads or get hurt and are like fall in a chasm, there is a little character that picks you up and carries you back to a safe point in the level. She has a name. And I did not know it until today when one of my chat members very graciously told me. Thank you, Luna, you're awesome. Her name is Angie. And she's a little angel. I didn't know that. I'm delighted by this. It's very important and I need to do things with her immediately. You don't understand, Steve.
No, you're
I need to
fine.
give her character development. She's very Starlow shaped, if you're like a fan of the Mario and Luigi RPGs.
Right,
She's
Starlo.
very Starlow shaped. Like, oh my god, can you imagine if she were like cousins with Starlow? That'd be so fun. I know nothing about Starlow. I just think this would be funny.
That's fine. Like, basically, all you really need to know about Starlo is that she's a character from the like Mario and Luigi RPGs. Mostly, like, she first appeared in the third game, Bowser's Inside Story, and has been kind of like a recurring partner ever since. And
Yeah.
She is probably one of the more divisive Mario characters you'll ever see, because, like, you know, in Bowser's Inside Story, she's fine. You know, she's perfectly serviceable, very amusing. It's in a lot of the games afterwards where people are, like, very, you know, divisive about her, like, particularly because of Paper Jam.
Yeah. I mean, weren't people also like really divisive about Kirsty and Huey?
Well,
At least I think it's...
no, you
Yeah.
got that right, that's their names. Huey, I think, is definitely divisive in a sense of, like, you know, he's funny, but not a lot of people consider him to be, like, one of the better party members. I don't think there's really any, like, straight-up divisiveness with Kirsty. People have just straight-up agreed they don't like her.
Yeah, she's kind of a butt. Well, like, I really like Huey from what little I've seen of Color Splash, and I really like Olivia over in Origami King.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Kirsty I don't love. I'm very picky about Mario Party members. I've learned. Like,
There's nothing wrong with that.
listen, when we were on the earlier topic of cosplay, I meant to say this. This year while thrifting, because my grandma and I love to thrift over the summer, I have come across the cutest little purple dress. And it's like just the right shade of purple for the Shadow Sirens. I need to learn how to make the hat. Oh god, Steve. I wanna go as Vivian for Halloween. It would be fun.
Oh, that would be very cute, actually.
She's my favorite Mario Party member out of like any of the RPGs. I love her so much. But yeah, like I love Paper Mario. I love the Mario RPGs. I love the characterization. I love the writing.
Yeah. Oh, if it's any consolation, Hugh, I don't know if you've seen this from, like, other people or, like, the few times I've played it. Brothership kind of, like, doubles back hard to kind of, like, make up for how Starlo was in Paper Jam, where, like, aside from, like, yeah, where it's like, aside from like 1, maybe 2 times where it's like more so as like a jab than anything, she almost kind of like unapologetically praises Luigi left and right. Honestly, the entirety of Brotherhood kind of like unapologetically puts Luigi on a pedestal. Let's see. Who's the best Mario RPG villain and why is it Count Bleck? It's interesting because like Count Bleck, I think, is definitely the most like he's definitely the one with the most depth. I like to think, and I really do enjoy him. As far as my favorite, though, it really depends because, like I said, I love Count Bleck for how like tortured and complex he is. I like Falfo for just how hilarious he is, and
yeah.
And I'm trying to think. I don't know if I really do have a favorite between the two of them. Like I love them both equally for like very different reasons.
Yeah, they're very different flavors. I think I'm very torn on this too. I think I would say that Bleck is my favorite and one of the strongest in terms of his writing. But by that merit, also Dimentio. Like, oh my god, Dimentio is one of the greatest Mario villains of all time, and I will stand by that. I love him, and I know he will never come back because the circumstances of his game do not permit this, but I love him, and I need him to, like, cameo somewhere else. Like, my god. But also, like, besides, I think Super Paper Mario wins me over in a lot of ways, but I also really, like the X-Nauts. I'm typically not a sci-fi kind of girl, but I really like the X-Nauts. And I really like the Shadow Queen. Like, she's not like the villain so much as the final boss, but she's cool.
Oh yeah, they're definitely cool. Like, there's definitely like if there's one thing I'll definitely give Thousand Year Door is that, like they definitely have like villains that have like they might not be like super complex or interesting, but they definitely are very strong in the aura farming department.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thank you for the question, Stormer. I love you.
All right, yeah, because they were the one that asked the RPG question.
Yeah, because someone decided to DM me saying this. I see you, sir. Nerd. I love you.
Yeah.
I've got friends in many places. But yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, just there are lots of really great Mario villains out there, but Bleck is definitely a highlight for the flavor of villain that I like. But, like, I can say good things about a lot of them. Like, I'm trying to think outside of the RPGs, who are the villains I really like in Mario, and honestly, Bowser's just consistently good.
Absolutely.
When they, like, bothered to write him, he's good. Like, I don't know if you were there the other day, but Jay was, streaming, Mario Odyssey, and, oh god, I didn't realize Bowser's writing in that game was so good because I haven't witnessed most of it. But everything during the ending of it that came out of Bowser's mouth was actually great. And I'm like, this reminds me of all the things that I love about him in the Paper series.
Absolutely.
And it's like, wow, somebody cares. Thank you for caring.
What I really find funny is that, like, I don't know if it's something, like, Justin showed off, but, like a lot of his dialogue in the end actually changes depending on, like, what costume you're wearing when you get to the final boss, when you get to that boss area. Like, for example, if you're dressing up as the clown, Bowser will actually be a little bit scared of you. Like, there'll be, like, little stutters in his dialogue being like, that costume doesn't scare me. And then when you're playing...
He's afraid of clowns?
It's implied he is. He also does it when you're dressed as the skeleton, but it's very amusing that he's like that with a clown. And, another...
That is amazing.
There's also 2 other ones that I really love. When you have the invisibility cap, like, at one point he'll be like, "Huh? Where'd you go?" "Oh, well, it doesn't matter." And then when you're playing as the, of all things, when you have, like, the peach dress outfit on, Bowser would be all like, "Wario, your outfit, it looks fabulous!"
That's amazing, actually. I think I did know about that, but it's been a long time since I've, like, looked at that. I believe Jay went in wearing the typical white cap and, suit, and it was great. And Bowser's like, very much you shouldn't wear white to a wedding, and it's like, bro. So I had to then explain to Jay that is a wedding faux pas. And I'm like, yeah, you're not supposed to wear white to a wedding unless you are the bride, because you don't want to upstage the bride. And so I'm like, so we're just upstaging Bowser the bride. It's fine.
Which is, I was about to say, it's kind of ironic considering that, like, Bowser himself is also wearing white at his wedding because he's wearing white tux.
Yes, but he, let's be real, he's the bride. He's being a bridezilla about it. Let's not kid ourselves. Like, this wedding was never about Peach and what she wanted. This is Bowser's wedding.
That is fair. That is something I didn't consider.
Yeah. Bowser's a bridezilla.
Emphasis on
Which
the
is
Zilla.
such a sentence. Emphasis on the Zilla. He puts the Zilla in bridezilla. You understand me.
I guess that's also another way of phrasing it here. That is also a not incorrect way of wording him.
What did Hugh say?
He said male wife.
Yes. It's really funny. So I have not had the pleasure of going through the remake of Mario RPG, but I've been watching it recently because my good friends Shaz and Boo have been streaming it on Mondays over on Twitch, and it's a good time. Well, so, that whole thing with Booster?
All
where
right.
it's like depending on how fast you do that section, you get a different ending regarding who gets the kiss.
That's right. That is definitely like one of the icon moments of Mario RPG.
It really is. Well, so Boo didn't know this because Shaz is the one that played this game as a kid, and Boo is going in as the player totally blind. So it's really fun to see what the differences are from the game that Shaz loved as a kid to what's here in the remake. Also, because I watched a Let's Play of this as a kid, I have some attachments, but that's besides the point. We have now gone with the running joke that the rest of this adventure from that point on is just Mario and Bowser's honeymoon, and I think that's great.
I didn't consent to this.
Too bad. You're the one who kissed him. You have to pay.
I was trying to kiss Peach.
Well, maybe you should have kept your eyes open. Oh my god, it's just so good. So yeah, at least you didn't have to dress up for this one. Actually, no, I take that back. Dressing up for the wedding makes it better.
I mean, that's what he did end up doing in like Odyssey and of course the Illumination Mario movie.
So really what we've learned from this is Bowser's past wedding experiences have informed his wedding present, because he's, not counting the movie, games only, he has tried to marry Peach twice, and third time's the charm, he finally gets the tux.
Well, also to be
Like,
fair,
he got
like
shell waxed for this?
Well, also to be fair, like the third time the charm doing it, like it was more so like just like an unintended happenstance on his end, because that wedding was technically orchestrated just so they could summon the Dark Heart.
Yes, and he learned that he wanted more. Like, if he's gonna go into the trouble of marrying Peach, he better get a tux.
That's true.
Bridezilla.
Actually surprising Bowser Jr. wasn't in Odyssey. You think Bowser would want his beloved son present for the wedding? Yeah, it's like, it is funny just like, because like, I both admire Mario Odyssey for like really abandoning a lot of Mario traditions for the sake of being different, but it does also bring to question like a lot of things that would probably make sense in the context, and Junior's absence is one of those things.
I think all the Koopalings absence is one of those things. Like, don't get me wrong, I feel like the Koopalings are definitely overused in terms of Mario, and I did like having a break from them. But if there was any game for them to be in narratively, Peach becoming their new mom kind of feels like a big one. Of course, maybe, here's a conspiracy theory for you, maybe DLC, we're not getting DLC, where they're grappling with the fact that they're about to have a new mom, and they don't know how to cope with that. I think that would be an entertaining story to tell.
Yeah, that would be pretty neat. It's like, it's funny because I know that a while ago they did deconfirm the idea that the Koopalings were Bowser's children. Like, as far as Nintendo's concerned, Junior is like the only actual child Bowser has. But it is
Well, they're
still...
stupid.
I mean, I'm personally indifferent to it. Like, it's one of those, like, I could take it or leave it kind of situations. But I won't deny there is something just, like, very amusing about the idea of, like, the Koopalings being, like, honorary children of Bowser.
Listen, I mean, it raises a lot of questions as to how and why they are his kids. Like, I want to know, did he adopt them? Like, where did the Koopalings come from? Because we don't see anybody that looks like Bowser or the Koopalings besides them. So where did they come from? It brings about interesting questions that we could have some fun narratives to. But, like, yeah. I love the idea that even if they're not his kids, they should be family of some kind. And also, like, I just love it when Nintendo does stuff with Junior where they have Bowser be affectionate with him. Like, when they did the parental controls ads where it's like Bowser and Bowser Jr., I think that was a really sweet move. I like it when, you know, hey, here's Mario Party, and oh, look, Bowser Jr.'s playable, and oh, Bowser's dialogue changes if you play as Bowser Jr. and face him. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Honestly, like, I think that the Nintendo parental things are, like, some of the best Bowser content that we've had, purely just because of how he interacts with Junior in them. Like, did you see the new animations that they did for the Nintendo Switch 2 version of that video?
I have not. I didn't know they did those.
Oh yeah, they did. There was, like... It's really funny, like, the general gist of it is the same, but then they go into, like, features that are, like, exclusive to the Nintendo Switch 2, and, like, some of the animations for it are really great. Like, there's one bit where Junior does, like, the dopiest little dance, and it is just everything to me.
Oh, my baby. I love it when Junior gets stuff. Junior's great.
Oh yeah, like, Junior is another one of those Mario characters that has just really kind of grown with me over time, and I think a lot of it really is just the fact that, like, Junior's existence really does just play up just how fun of a character Bowser is, because, like, going back to some of those animations for the parental thing, it's just really funny seeing, like, some of the interactions, like, you know, like, Junior trying to, like, coax Bowser into getting him a game, and then at one point where it's, like, I think where it's, like, the censorship bit, where just Bowser just runs on screen trying to cover Junior's eyes, trying to avert him from Pyra and Mithra.
Oh my god.
Like, they didn't actually show Pyra and Mithra, but I'm assuming that's why Bowser's doing it.
Wait a minute, he would know them, though. They're all in Smash together.
Well, no, here's the thing. He would know them. He probably wouldn't want Junior to play their game, though.
That's fair. That said, now I'm just imagining Bayonetta babysitting Bowser Jr., and I think that'd be amazing, actually.
Actually, I feel like that probably would be like a better one for Bowser to, like, cover Junior's eyes from, considering that, like...
Oh yeah, totally.
Like, considering that,
like,
I know Smash tames it down a bit in terms of how she uses her powers, but yeah, like, Junior does not need to know how she uses her powers.
No. Then again, I'm just a general sucker for everything with Bayonetta in terms of Smash, partially because she has this fun little rivalry with the Kid Icarus characters, and as you know, those are my favorite out of all the Smash people.
Well, I mean, a lot of that is just, like, keeping in canon with the fact that, like, I don't know the full details, but, like, Bayonetta, in terms of the canon, has not had a particularly good relationship with angels, so that would...
Yeah, no.
So that would obviously, you know, like, stand to reason that, like, she just would not like Pit.
Oh, yeah, no. She totally wouldn't. And I think it's great, actually, that they went with that route. It's fun. But it's like, yeah, I'm actually a really big fan of like when people do little animations and comics of Bayonetta and Kirby together. Like, I think the wholesome friendship should absolutely be there.
Yeah. Honestly, just Smash in general is like a very good basis for like unlikely pairings and shippings that I just heavily encourage.
Cough, cough, Meta Knight and Peach.
That one, I don't think I've seen that one for myself, but I have no doubt it does exist.
Oh, Meta Knight and Peach is a ship, Steve. It is a ship. I love it. Actually, I just reblogged something recently with that. Let me go find it. Not that you need access to my Tumblr, but like...
No, you're fine.
It's really good. I just like... I don't know. It's not something I thought I myself would be shipping, but Rosie showed it to me and I'm like, yes, something about this works.
It's funny because like I think the most I've really seen with the concept of like not even as a shipping, but just the concept of Peach being paired with Meta Knight is that there was a stop motion series that I remember seeing. I forget the name of it, but at one point there was a story where like Meta Knight was helping Peach to like learn to defend herself, and they were like using the fire flowers for it. And I remember that being like just like a very amusing like little like camaraderie between the two of them, where it's like Meta Knight's trying to really push Peach for it, and like Peach is just like really struggling with it because she's just not used to being like on the offensive like this.
You know what makes this better, Steve?
What's that?
Sword Fighter Peach is a thing now.
Well, yeah, like now it is. Like, now that we have Showtime, it really does recontextualize a lot of this, and it's really amusing.
Yeah, no, I think that's great, actually. I think he'd be very proud of her, personally.
Oh yeah, that's a Hugh. It's a Lego one, and part of the reason why I know this is because one of my friends, Tasha, also does voice work for it. She voices Samus, and I know she voices one other character. I'm just blanking on their name. I just know she's Samus in it.
Hey, fellow Samus, let's go. Listen, we love our girl Samus around.
Oh, absolutely. Like I really do have like a lot of respect for Metroid as a franchise. I just really wish I could be able to get into the games as easily as everyone else can.
No, I'm so with you there. It's not really my kind of series to play, but I have nothing but respect for like the Metroid fans. Y'all, I hope you ate well with the last game. Was it Dread?
Oh yeah,
I'm pretty sure we ate well with Dread.
Oh yeah, they absolutely had a good time with Dread, from my understanding.
Yeah.
And I remember liking Dread fine enough. I just have not finished it yet, just because between it and Samus Returns, which, granted, is probably not the best Metroid entry point, because it is one of the harder games in the series, but like, I've just slowly come to accept the fact that like I can like appreciate Metroid, but I'm not really good at it.
That's okay.
Money! Yippee!
I no longer have respect for Metroid fans for how they acted in the Air Riders Direct announcements. That, honestly, like, I don't want to lump all Metroid fans into that, Hugh. It really is just the one person that was just being really petty about it.
There was a person being notably petty in a Nintendo Direct chat?
Well,
Oh my god.
Well, it was more so the fact that apparently there was one person that really did not like the fact that Air Riders was going to get like a dedicated Direct instead of giving more focus on Metroid Prime 4, which, you know, I am looking forward to Metroid Prime 4. Well, looking forward to it in the sense of I hope my friends who are Metroid fans enjoy it. But honestly,
Yeah.
I don't think it's really worth being petty over, because, like, unlike Metroid Prime 4, where we at least know it's going to be coming out this year, and we have, like, some modicum of information about it, like, Air Riders, up to that point, we knew nothing about it. So I feel like a Direct filling in the blanks finally, I don't think is... Why am I sucking at this? I don't think, like, an Air Riders Direct is really that unwarranted.
It's just nice to know that Air Riders has, like, well, not content, but, like, Air Riders is ready to go.
Right. Like, I really was not expecting it to be released this year, honestly.
Me neither. I mean, honestly, the way that the Switch 2 has rolled out its games has really surprised me because I thought there would be a lot more from the get-go. But given it's cross-compatible with the Switch, I guess they don't need it to be. Just needs to be able to play Switch games with some notable upgrades, which a lot of people are loving. I'm hearing good things, but yeah,
it's very funky. It's very case by case from what I'm understanding, because like there's some Switch 1 games that do run like perfectly on Switch 2. Like for example, Smash Ultimate. Like online goes without saying, but all the offline stuff like classic mode and whatnot, load times are practically non-existent when you play it on the Switch 2.
That's great.
And I want to say Odyssey runs perfectly fine on it. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, I know, run really good on it. The fact that, like, it actually runs at a fairly consistent 60 FPS, I knew was, like, a very alien experience for a lot of people. Let's see. Bro, enough Kirby, Mario, and all those other temporary games. All Nintendo Directs should be Pokemon events. Pokemon already gets their own dedicated Directs. But have either of you looked into AM2R? I know of it. Again, the only reason I haven't really played it for myself is, again, because I'm not, like, super immersed into Metroid as much as I would like to. I have heard very good things about AM2R, though. Like, I hear that it is, by and large, a very good way of playing Metroid 2. Oh, yeah, I know you're joking, Sullen, so you don't have to worry about that on my front.
We're generally pretty chill around here.
But yeah, like I am still looking forward to like learning a little bit more about Prime 4. Like I'm hoping we get like a more concrete release date soon, especially considering that like unless anything's changed, like it is supposed to be coming out sometime before this year's over. But the fact that we don't have a more detailed release date outside of that, I'm hoping they like rectify that soon.
Yeah, no, I hear you. It's kind of funky.
I'm also just curious as to like what other games will be getting like the Nintendo Switch 2 edition like treatment in the future. Like I know the one that we just got for Mario Party Jamboree has been like a little on the sloppy side, at least from everything I've heard. But as far as I know, that's like the one outlier so far. Like everyone else seems to be, like every other game seems to be working just fine with it. Trying to think of like games that I would like to get Nintendo Switch 2 versions soon. Like I already mentioned Peach Showtime. I know a lot of people are holding out hope for a Thousand Year Door Switch 2 edition, especially considering that like in the game's data there are like toggles for like a 60 FPS like 4K triggers within the game. So a lot of people are speculating that like it could eventually get a Switch 2 version, which I'd be fine with because like I ended up not getting the Switch port of Thousand Year Door. I really want to because I have been enjoying what I've seen of it so far, and just it does seem like unless you're like an absolute purist about like the frame rate and whatnot, it does seem like the ideal way to play Thousand Year Door. And it also just made me appreciate a lot more things about Thousand Year Door. One of them that I'll probably have to talk to you like after the stream, Kat, because I think it might be something you in particular might get a kick out of.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I will be so real with you. It's not just me that really loves Thousand Year Door. In fact, I actually haven't played it for myself. The reason I'm into that game as much as I am is because my sister really loves it. There's a bit of a story where the only reason I learned how any of the GameCube hookup stuff goes with the Wii is because we happened to get very lucky finding a copy of Thousand Year Door right when she was in the middle of like watching a Let's Play of it, and it's just she was so excited to play it for herself, and it was a journey to get it all together. When they got Thousand Year Door porting onto Switch, she was so ecstatic. I sent her the Nintendo Direct for that, and she's like, "You've never sent me a Direct before. What is the deal with this?" And she lost her mind. It was the best thing ever. And she happened to pre-order the game, and it came a day early. my sister very, very in love with that game. So I have not looked into a ton of the stuff with the Switch version other than a couple of people streaming it. It's a great game, though. I love it. I may have to play it at some point. My brother has a copy and has offered to let me borrow it. I don't think I will be good at it in order to play it well, but I want to voice the game.
Oh, I look forward to it. Like, I know for a fact I said this on the stream, but I am definitely looking forward to, like, whenever you do that, because there's just so many characters that I would love to hear your interpretations of. Like, I mentioned, like, you know, like, I think your Goombella would be very amusing, hearing you, like, it's like it's Goombella, it's Vivian, we mentioned
It's
it earlier.
Flurry.
Oh, Flurry, absolutely. Like, I would, like, commit things to hear you as Flurry.
Oh my god, Steve. I'll be so real with you. Like, Flurry is also very near and dear in my heart. And really, Miss Mouse. Like, let's be real, everybody's just expecting Squeaky Rouge. Like, I know this. I'm okay with this. I'll do it. I mean, I've done weirder. Actually, I don't know if you saw what happened in the AD server today, but I got a ping from Rio.
Oh.
Asking if I could voice something real quick. She asked me if I could say, Shadow, crank that soldier boy. Because of this fan animation. And I don't know if anything is ever going to come of this, but I did it without question. And Rio lost her mind.
Well, I'm gonna look
It
forward
was
to that
great.
too, because, like, I know Rio definitely has been, like, doing a lot of, like, dubbing stuff lately. Like, I think
Rio's been killing it.
Oh, yeah. Because, like, I should know, because I was in, like, one of the dubs they did recently. There was, like, this Shadow-centric dub that she produced, and she had me voice Gerald for it.
Gerald. Oh, I don't hear you doing Gerald very often. In fact, ever, actually.
Yeah.
That's gotta be good.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's really not, like, super far removed from how I think I would voice Gerald, just, like... It's funny, like, I actually have been getting, like, a decent amount of practice when it comes to, like, playing Gerald, because there's that, I know Ryan asked me to voice Gerald for something. I don't know if they're ever going to actually get it done, because I don't remember... Because I don't remember if Ryan ever actually finished dubbing that yet or not, or editing that yet or not. There's also, let me see. There's also, like, Gerald I recorded for one particular project. I will not say what it is. I'll just say that, like, it is another thing that Kaz involved in. And then there's...
I actually don't know which project this is, so I'll be excited to find out later, too.
And then, as of recently, I decided... partly because I've had a few people ask if I would make, like, a version of the mod compatible with, like, Shadow, with the Sonic Generations remaster. I also decided while I'm at it, I could probably try a hand at recording a Gerald's lines for it, and I did all that, and funnily enough, Sonic's has actually been recently helping me out with actually getting that done. Like, I sent him the lines, and he's been, like, working hard on trying to get all that ported over. In fact, funnily enough, while we were streaming, he did send me, like, a couple of messages regarding it that I'm probably going to have to look at a little later.
Absolutely. No, I was also getting stuff about voice acting things, and I am so excited. Soon I will have new things to share as well, and it'll be awesome. But yeah, no, you and Sonics have been killing it. I can't wait to hear what you're up to.
Yee. I mean, I'll probably go ahead and, like, after the stream, probably share, like, a sneak peek of it in the server for people that are curious. I just have to, like, look all at, like, what Sonics did send me first to see which stuff is suitable for, like, sharing and whatnot.
Well, absolutely. Totally.
Just so many fun things happening.
I'll see, Metal is in the exact same mindset as I am. There are a lot of people looking forward to you, like, going through Thousand Year Door and voicing it.
Oh my god. I don't even know if I can. I don't even know if I can, like, do action commands. Like, you guys gotta understand, I'm bad at video games. I don't know why people come to my streams, because I'm just there, like, I'm like a seal. I'm just faffing around, and it's like, what?
Listen, Kat, there are very good reasons why people come to your streams. 1, because it's you. 2, because it's very amusing hearing you play through these games. 3, because it's you.
You're very sweet, Steve. I mean, I'll be honest with you. My audience has been very mixed since moving my streams over to Twitch, and I'm not upset about that by any means.
Oh, I know.
It's really fun. I'm delighted every time we get someone new in the chat and people that I recognize there as well. Though I did have to deal with someone being very weird.
Oh.
Not this week, but during the Crossworlds open beta, there was somebody that tried to friend request me on the Crossworlds open beta and on Discord, and I believe somewhere else as well. But the thing is, when they came into my chat to say hi, they introduced themselves with, "Yeah, you have me blocked on Twitter," which is immediately a bad sign.
You know what? I think I might be getting it mixed up with another person, but didn't a very similar thing happen during one of the Adrenaline dub videos that went live not long ago?
No?
Actually, you know what? I think it was either the Adrenaline dubs, or it might have been like the trailer for the Forces Overclocked update that showed you and Jake.
Different person, but yeah, no, somebody was like really weird about that too, and it was like, God, I still don't understand that. Like, it doesn't particularly bother me because this is a person that I don't know and don't respect, and like, you can't hurt me if I don't respect you, you know?
Right.
But it's just like, why do you have beef with me for voicing a character in a mod? Like, I didn't do a bad job.
Well, of course
I'm
not.
just here vibing.
I mean, I think it's pretty much common knowledge at this point that your Rouge is basically top tier, so I don't know why anyone, like, unless they're, like, a purist for, like, the original voices, I don't know why anyone would feasibly have beef with you voicing her.
Yeah, I don't think it's right to have beef with me, but it is right to say, hey, you have a different preference. Like, that's totally fine. It was more like I felt like this person did not want Rouge in here at all. I don't know what their beef is with this character, but it doesn't really matter in the end. I think, like, you know, there are lots of really great ways to voice Rouge, and I really love that people love my take, but I also understand and respect that, you know, my take is not for everyone. The fact is, I do sound a little old for her sometimes, depending on who you ask and how old they think Rouge is. I will still voice her until people stop asking, because I love her, and she's my girl. But, you know, it's okay if people don't like what I do. My work isn't for everyone.
Well, I guess my thing is that, like, not necessarily that, like, people have to love your Rouge, it's just more so a matter of they don't have to be as rude about it as they are.
Yeah, this is the first time I've encountered somebody being rude about it, to be honest with you. And again, I really think it's just they're a Rouge hater, not like, you know, specifically my take. It's just I happen to be a woman voicing a character.
Don't people know that only men can voice that? Sheesh.
I mean, you know, there's some people. I don't want to get, like, too deep into this topic, but it's just really funny. Like, the two nickels joke applies to, like, talking about misogyny today. Oh, God. But yeah, no, just some people, they're not worth your time. You go out there, you do your best, you have fun. Although I will say, it's really funny the number of people that have found me through that overclocked thing, even though that part of the mod isn't out yet. Like, just that video alone has sent a lot of people to my doorstep. And I'm so grateful. Like, oh my god, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, it's just, you know, I love Overclocked, and I can't wait to record more for it. Hopefully.
Like, I don't know if I'll have, like, much more to record outside of what all I've already done, but it's still going to be very interesting to hear everything, like, when it's all said and done.
Yeah, I know for certain that I am not done yet, that there is more to be done. I just have not gotten the script for it yet. But when I do, it's going to be a great day. We're going to give you guys our best, and I'm excited. I'm excited for a lot of things in the world of fan games that I have no idea when they're coming out, so I can't really talk about them. But you guys are in for a treat if you like Sonic fan games and Sonic fan mods. And please, like, ask me to come over for them more. I would love to do them. There is something so surreal about hearing your voice out of a character in a game.
Oh, absolutely. Like, it's funny because I know there have been like a couple of people that have been like doing something similar when it comes to like, Crossworlds. Like, one
Yeah.
that's like a little bit, like I know one that Joe's working on. It's like not so much a mod, but more like a concept video, where it's like, what if there actually were like interactions for the DLC characters that don't have voices? Because he's having me voice Eggman and Zavok for that. And, like, the little work in
Aw.
progresses that he's been showing me of it have been, like, very interesting.
Yeah. I'm sure it's great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're always going to do a good job with that, so
Oh,
looking forward to it.
You're welcome.
Gosh. I can't believe, like, finally you and I are going to be on the same page in both having voiced as Zeddy, which is crazy.
Oh, someone's having you voice Xena in something?
Yes, someone is having me voice Xena in something, and I look forward to when that's ready to go. Because, oh boy, I went ham. I'm not a canon Xena, but oh god, am I a fun Xena. And I didn't know this about myself until recently.
Listen, like, honestly, like, at this point, and then this is something that I've been getting a lot into whenever I've been having, like, calls with my friend Tyler when we were talking about, like, because he's been getting back into the Sonic dubbing game. I mean, you voiced Julie Sue for him, so you probably know that, but, like, we were talking about,
and
like...
you've done Mighty, and he's been great.
But, like, we've been talking about, like, just the prospect of, like, voices in Sonic. Like, he has become, like, a very strong advocate, and I am with him on it, like, a very strong advocate of, like, you shouldn't necessarily worry about being, like, a good mimic based on one of the actors. Just do a good job of, like, embodying the character. And on that front alone, like, I don't necessarily... When I imagine the idea of you as Xena, like, I know I'm not going to expect canon Xena. I just want to hear, like, Cat Xena, and that is what I'm looking forward to the most.
Oh, you're gonna get it. Because normally people are so used to my regular low register, I think you may be surprised to hear a character that's a little bit higher out of me, which is kind of nuts.
That's funny, because, like, I like to think I'm familiar enough with your higher register, but it's always a delight to hear whenever I get the opportunity to hear it.
No, thank you. I love all parts of my voice, and they're fun to use. It's really funny. I was on call with somebody at some point this summer who was like, Kat, I'm gonna mess up saying this, but I love that you just turn into, like, a cute chibi anime girl whenever you're excited. And it's true, I do. I'm either a really cute chibi anime girl or I'm, like, really vulgar. Sometimes, if I'm in the right setting with the right people, I swear like a sailor when I'm happy about something. And it's so bad. Little peek behind the curtain. I have to do a lot of editing on my scripts when I send voice stuff back to people because I have a bad habit of immediately dropping an F-bomb when I make a mistake.
Aww.
It's so bad, and I just don't want people to hear that. So I will edit that out before I send it somebody's way. Right. Though, that being said, God, there was a piece of improv that I almost sent to somebody that did have a very purposeful swear, and I changed it to not have that. Oh, we're already here. Oh, shoot. Hi, children. My children!
Yeah. Actually, like, have you seen, like, this far into Star-Crossed Worlds?
I have.
And I like it.
Oh yeah, it is very fun. Like, I know this boss in particular definitely gave me, like, a bit of struggles. Because, like, I was just not prepared for a good chunk of it. And again, Hugh can attest, because, like, for Hugh, he told me that, like, he wasn't going to be able to get the game for a while, so I've basically just been his conduit of experiencing Star-Crossed Worlds.
Aww.
And, you know, obviously I have no problem with it. I'm glad he had fun seeing me stumble through a lot of this.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I've only lived vicariously through my friends, too. And it's been great.
Not gonna lie, for whenever I fun dub or eventually start fan dubbing, I always hear Sideways from Transformers Cybertron as Mimic's voice. I'd have to go back and hear what that sounds like, because, like, I won't say that's unfitting, but only because I forgot what that sounds like.
All right, so what power up we using for the final fight, Steve?
Let me see. Well, first I gotta see what they offer me, because I know they will offer
Oh, yes.
me, like, power-ups to use. And the thing is that, like, I know, because this is gonna be in phases, I found out that, like, some power-ups are more handy in certain phases than others.
Than others.
Yeah.
So, like, whatever your playstyle is, too, matters. Yeah. No. God. I have words for when we actually get into this fight. But, oh, man. The Kirby fans were expecting one thing, and it did not happen.
Oh yeah, like, I know that was also something that, like, I don't know if what I'm about to bring up is the same as what you're about to bring up, but Hugh was expecting more
Probably.
Phonite.
Oh!
Or actually, not
so
more Phonite,
close.
Galactonite, that's what I meant to say.
There you go. That's the right one.
Let's see, what was the one that was... I think it was Fire, that was it.
Fire. Interesting. I've seen people take it on with the tornado. I've seen people take it on with the sword, but I have not seen fire yet. Let's see how this goes.
Like, I went into it with sword at first, and it definitely helped, but, like, fire mainly proved useful in the final phase purely because of the range.
Yeah, no, that's so fair. But yeah, surprise, it's not Galactonite.
Let's see. Oh no!
Oh no!
Being all the Starfies and then turning itself into...
A deviant Artosi!
a deviant Archer OC.
Listen, you cannot tell me that this is not the evil deviant art emo brother of Fecto-Alphalus.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking at, and I respect that. I love you, Genwell. And also just like the stained glass wings. Oh my god. Though, honestly, okay, so I'm gonna be so real with you. I have friends who really like Fecto-Alphalus. So, like, we talk about Fecto-Alphalus. There was something on my Tumblr the other day that came up where, I think in Finland, this is where it was, they paint reflective paint on deer antlers so that, like, people don't hit the deers. And then there's a photo that accompanies it where, like, the deer is looking super ominous in the dark with just these glowing antlers. And I'm like, okay, so we should do this to Alphalus. And my friend was like, oh my gosh, doing that to my Fecto OC immediately. And I'm like, yes. I think it's very important. I think this guy would have reflective antlers as well in the dark.
I think it would fit, yeah.
Don't hit this with a car. Actually, I'm surprised that Deltarune meme has not made it to this fight. Like, I'm surprised no one has been like, you know, Asgore with the deer.
I'm sure it probably exists somewhere. It's just a matter of...
Oh, it probably does.
It.
Yeah. But yeah, get him! And I love this boss. I love the way they look. Do I want Galactonite? Yes. But I'm also happy with this. But I think Genwell and Galactonite should have tea, personally.
Yeah.
Take me to tea party. Yippee.
Oh wait, I just realized. Oh.
No.
Nappy time.
Man. Okay, so it's definitely this phase that I probably want to stick the sword. It's the phases afterward that I know I should probably switch back to fire.
Man.
Hey Steve, what are your thoughts on this game? If you're talking about like just Forgotten Land in general, I really enjoy it. Definitely one of my favorite Kirby games. If you're talking about the Star-Crossed world specifically, I think it's a pretty fine expansion to the game.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it. I think it's a fine expansion. Sorry, I was just distracted trying to make sure I got the hit here. Yep. Something that I know is really funny that, like, you pointed out when I was, like, fighting this guy as the sword. Like, when you do, like, the 3-hit combo with the Morpho Knight, the beat, the timing of each hit really does sound, like, very similar to, like, We Will Rock You, you know, the whole, like, dun dun dun.
Yeah.
Poyo, poyo, poyo. Poyo, poyo, poyo.
I want to see someone do an entire parody of that. That's great, actually.
Yeah. Like, I know I recorded a clip of me at this fight just to highlight that. I've been meaning to make a clip where I, like, add that together. I just hadn't actually gotten the time to do it yet because I forgot.
Yes, you could say it was forgotten in the land.
It was.
Man.
There we go. That's what I was trying to do.
Kippy!
Oh, man. Yeah, this game is so crystalline pretty. I like this color scheme. It would run like butt on the Switch, but it would be fun to see them try.
I mean, I would admire the commitment, but yes. There we go, that's that phase down. Oh, someone pointed out something. It's that, like, from what I've heard, this is the older brother for the base game's final boss.
Yes, he is, I think, according to the gacha capsules, which is the only information we have.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw this cutscene, the fact that it did focus on the fact that, like, the sphere there is no longer with them, I kept expecting it to be, like, an instance of, like, you know how at the beginning of most Meta Knight fights, your urge to take the sword in order to fight Meta Knight? I thought we were gonna do the same thing, but with his spear. Or spear, I
Oh
mean.
my god, the spear with the staff, that would be so
Yeah.
cool. Can we get that? Kirby fans, can we animate that, please?
Yeah, I mean, it would be on brand for Kirby. And plus, it would be interesting to see the spear ability in a Forgotten Land style game.
Yeah. He's good.
Actually, yeah, no, this game doesn't have spear.
Yeah,
They took spear out of the mix.
yeah. Well, to be fair, like this game has like a very limited selection of like power-ups, which I guess is understandable considering this is like the first real like 3D Kirby game. So like, I don't blame
Yeah.
them for being a little restrictive, so that they can focus on making sure that this format actually works for Kirby.
Yeah, no, totally get that. Honest to goodness, I think it's really interesting that we went from the game with probably the most copy abilities to this one. Like, that's kind of amazing and a great choice. Glad they're taking it slow. Because honestly, the abilities we have in this game are really polished and fun. So, like, yeah. Ah, yes, my favorite move. Smack him with a building.
Yes.
Of all the choices you could have made, buy a building.
Oh, do this. I'll do these. Can't get to bed, but it was fun. I hope you have a good night. Thanks for stopping by, Toon Man.
Thanks for being here.
No, I'll try not to be too long with this, because I know it's, like, very late for a handful of people.
I was gonna say, we're like less than 15 to midnight. Holy cow.
Yeah,
But it's been fun. I've had a great time chatting with you.
I'm glad. It's no secret. I have a great time chatting with you, too.
Hey.
You happened to get me while I still had energy, so that made it better. Oh.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hee hee hee, 4:40 in the morning here. Sullen, do I have to tell Rosie that you've been staying up?
Ooh, busted.
Okay, now we got... Oh, that's right. Can't rest because I know now we got this phase.
Ah, yes. Hi, Void Termina. I know this isn't Void Termina, but like, what am I supposed to think looking at this thing?
You can think whatever you want, I think.
Exactly, I have free will, baby.
I'm still very confused as to what this thing is supposed to be. I just assumed it was just his eye. There we go.
Yeah, like it has a lot in common with different dark matter bosses that we've seen before, especially in regards to the Void, which was the final boss of Kirby Star Allies, which, funny fact, also a Switch game. So, you know, interesting. But yeah, we're not really sure what that is. Kirby just has a thing for eyeballs.
Yeah. Evil thing number 69,420.
Thing with a creepy eyeball. They have a lot of those.
Kirby, wake up, Kirby. The stories, yeah. Look, they're gathering in the sky.
Yeah. Awesome job. You beat the boss. I did. Apparently there's some form of a lore drop in the True Arena, so I'm definitely going to have to see that sometime. Hopefully you can see it before I do, Hugh, because again, I'm going to have to do a lot of, like, forward prep before I can be able to beat it.
Yeah.
Just hang in there, Cat. We're just about finished.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean for that to
No,
be
you're
so loud.
fine. You're fine. You don't have to apologize to me. Like, again, I know on your end it is very late.
Me.
I have this strange feeling that Was I wrapped in the embrace of the starry's light in the distant past too? That might be why I was able to hear their voices. I hope the starries get to travel the universe and explore freely from now on.
Oil. I gotta experience it with you, Steve. I'll be sure to let you know next time I do try to attempt a true arena again.
Yeah.
Kirby's wings are clipping through the floor 0 out of 10. Well, I mean, like, they can't account for, like, every single power-up in the cutscenes. I mean, like, the fact that they even appear in the cutscenes is kind of like a first-world privilege in and of itself.
Yeah, so real.
I'm ride or die on your playthrough. Well, again, that really depends on if I'm even able to beat the true arena before you even get the game.
Yeah. It's kind of a lot.
That's right, I can't be able to.
Yeah. Yeah, that is the other thing. There are two things that come from the True Arena that I definitely want to hear your thoughts on once you have gotten to that point.
Mm-hmm.
But until then, no spoilers, because you deserve the best.
Oh, well, thank you. You deserve the best, too. What you also deserve is you gotta do like Kirby here, and you gotta get to bed. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the stream. Thank you to everyone that showed up. Thank you again, Kat, for showing up as well. Always a delight to have you with me.
My pleasure. Thank you.
And everyone, I hope you all have yourselves a good night. Hope the rest of your week goes good. And for now, let's just do what Kirby does and just go to bed.
Good night.